Medical Center, providing quality health and wellness in a Christian environment. By Mississippi Ag, Ag Up. By Centerpoint Energy, always there. By Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference. By Pole Chaps of Brandon, need your business to stand out? Pole Chaps has you covered. By Vans Sporting Goods, online at vansoutdoors.com. Now let's head to the field with tonight's crew bringing you all the action right here on the Spirit Media Network.
And we welcome you to Southwest Community College as we get all set for South Pike. Undefeated South Pike taking on the Macomb Tigers. We just finished up the Star Spangled Banner. We welcome you to the press box here tonight. I'm Jason Scarborough. Jeff Eade did such a good job last week. He decided to come back again this week. We've got a good one. These are two teams that run the football extremely well, and tonight we're going to see some rock'em sock'em football. It's going to be a great ball game.
Absolutely, and another battle in the trenches, as they say. You know, the MO for both of these teams is the running game, but you know, they're both averaging 292 yards a rushing average, 268 for Macomb. You know, the question's going to be which team is going to step it up on defense. Are you going to get the holes blocked? And, you know, last week we saw the containment on the outside. This week we'll see right up the middle running. You know, the big factor is going to be which coach is going to play a better chess match.
This is what's going to be interesting because you've got two teams. They don't throw the football a whole lot, Jeff. And we talked about rock'em sock'em. They had to move this game tonight to Southwest Community College because of the crowd. And we might say the crowd is phenomenal. It's already packed. We had a lot of rain showers move through before we came down. The stands were wet. It has not scared away any of the fans here tonight. And so we talked about the MO being running the football for both of these teams. You talked about 292 yards on the ground per game for South Pike. Macomb, of course, they're just shy of 270. But the D for South Pike, they've been dangerously good this year. This is a defense, they're just plain nasty. 49 TFLs, Jeff, and they're going to be a defense that we're looking forward to seeing here tonight.
Yeah, that counts for 21st in the state. And there's 7 interceptions. That's pretty major. 7 interceptions already. It's 26 in the state. When you factor in block punts and special teams, you know, it's going to make it even more difficult for Macomb to move the ball tonight.
For Macomb, it's all about getting back to the basics. This is a proud football program, rich in tradition. The Tigers haven't been to the big game since 2000, 8 straight trips to the postseason, and this is a Tigers team. They want to get back to the ship. They're going to need more offensive performances like this team is putting up this season, and they've got a couple of playmakers on offense as well. But again, this is a Tiger offense that can beat you in multiple ways.
Yeah, you know, the run is established, but they can also throw the ball. You know, we're going to get into the impact players here shortly, but they can move the ball anywhere at any time. So, again, it goes back to the defense, who's going to step it up. You know, interesting to note the offensive line averages. The South Pike averages 280 pounds across the board. Macomb averages 225.
Ooh.
Now, some might say that's you know, they're unevenly matched. Yeah, an advantage. However, we've seen smaller teams that can act quicker, faster. They're in better condition, and with the humidity from the rains, you know, it's going to be a battle. We saw last week, all the cramps and poor conditioning. You know, you've got the player that unfortunately went into full body cramps, you know, for pedal last week, and it's unfortunate. You know, these guys got to stay hydrated. They just got to drink water. But anyway, back to the game. They're
Dr. Eade.
Yeah, they're you know, they're a threat from anywhere in the field, and they've got a lot of great impact players. It's going to be interesting for the defense to step it up.
Should be a lot of fun. We continue with the KDMC pregame show. We'll be back in 2 minutes. We'll give you our impact players tonight, and there's some athletes all over the field. We'll continue in 2 minutes right here on the Spirit Media Network.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
Mississippi Hunters, did you know that Vance Sporting Goods has the largest gun selection in the state? Vance carries the lines you know and respect, like Browning and Benelli. And we've got plenty of ammo in stock too. Drop by and check out our new duck hunting section, complete with decoys and accessories. You'll be happy you did. If it's guns, it's at Vance. Vance Sporting Goods.
777 Highway 468 in Brandon, or visit us online.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. They offer fine interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
All right, we'll welcome you back to the KDMC pregame show as we get all set for South Pike and Macomb. This is a rivalry between these two programs. South Pike comes in undefeated 6-0. Macomb, they were off last week, 4-1, and a region opener for both teams. South Pike has won the last two. Macomb, when you look at the series history, they had won 5 straight between 2012 and 2016. So South Pike is a team that's on a roll. And we'll talk about the coaches here in a second. But, Jeff, when you look at the impact players brought to you by Lakeside Molding, South Pike, these Eagles, they've got some athletes all over the field that could take over the game on either side of the ball at any given moment.
Yeah, for South Pike on offense, I'm really looking forward to seeing number 3, Dontavius Turner. He's got 14 touchdowns and actually leads the team in rushing TDs with seven touchdowns rushing. He's also closing in on 1,500 yards for the season, and he's just going to be something to see tonight. That threat we were talking about, whether he's running or passing, it's going to be defense best guess. But over on defense, South Pike's got middle linebacker Markel Brumfield, who number 46, be looking out for him. He's second on the team with tackles at 29. He's got tackles for a loss and a sack. He's even got an interception, so he's all over the field, and it's going to be a huge effect on the game.
Macomb counters on offense with a playmaker of their own at quarterback and some stingy defense of their own as well.
Yeah, Chris Robertson is the counterpart to South Pike's Dontavius Turner. He's also leading the team with rushing touchdowns with 6, and he's got 1 interception, but he's also going to be a threat. Running the ball, passing the ball. Defensively, Macomb's got Jameer Lewis. Listen, number 59, keep your eye out for him tonight. He is going to clog up the middle like nobody's business. He comes in, he's a sophomore, okay? Keep that in mind, sophomore. Right. 6'3", 242 pounds. Are you kidding? What are they feeding these guys down here?
Unbelievable. We'll continue with the KDMC pregame show. We'll come back and give you the starting lineups. We'll keep it to a minute here, a minute break, and we'll come back and give you the starting lineups to get all set for kickoff tonight right here on the Spirit Media Network.
Before digging in my yard, I always call 811 to have my utility lines marked, to avoid service interruptions or injury. As CenterPoint Energy says, it's better to call 811 now than 911 later. And if I suspect a gas leak, I leave the area immediately on foot and call CenterPoint Energy and 911 from a safe, remote location. Really?
CenterPoint Energy invests in its infrastructure to help keep you safe. CenterPoint Energy, always there.
A smile is one of the first things most people notice. And for over a decade, Germany Dental has helped change smiles for thousands of people across Mississippi.
I was so embarrassed about my teeth that I never smiled. But now that I have dental implants and cosmetic veneers from Germany Dental, I can't stop smiling. My decision to see Dr. Germany literally changed my life.
Germany Dental, changing lives, one smile at a time. Call 601 825-4746 today.
Kickoff as Macomb will take the opening kickoff and return it across the 25 as we welcome you to the game of the week right here on the Spirit Media Network. Jason Scarborough, Jeff Ead, Logan Campbell in the press box with you. Don Newman-Kazari, he is withstanding the elements so far up top. We appreciate his work, and we're so glad that you're with us here tonight as Macomb Tigers. We'll give you the starters here in just a moment, as it will be the Tigers on offense first. Your quarterback, you heard Jeff talk about him in the pregame show. Second-year starter, the junior Chris Roberson, leads the team in rushing touchdowns and second in rushing yards. He's in the shotgun formation. He's back to pass. Quick pass over the middle. A diving attempt is incomplete, as the intended receiver there appeared to be McGee. Let's look at the starting lineups after our KDMC replay here. Diving a little low there for McGee. We'll look at the Macomb Tigers starters here, Jeff. And, of course, Roberson, the second-year starter, you're really high on him. And on defense, we'll talk more about their defense when Macomb takes the field defensively. But Roberson, he makes his team go.
Yeah, that was a great slant pass. It's unfortunate that it was incomplete, but it gives you a taste of what's to come tonight.
2nd and 10 as we're just underway here. First quarter of action. Big ball game tonight. South Pike trying to go undefeated, and Macomb trying to snap a 2-game losing streak to the Eagles. Back to passes Roberson. Pocket breaks down, has a man, tipped and almost intercepted. Off the hands of his intended receiver, McGee, once again. He was open there, Jeff, went right off of his hands, and a shot at the interception. The Eagles defense, Zebedee Harris, had a chance at it.
Absolutely. Great route, great pass. What was interesting about that is he threw that jumping. He was jumping in the air when he threw that, and that just shows the tremendous arm strength that he's got. It was a great pass on target, just unfortunate he wasn't able to bring it in.
So 3rd down and 10 if you're the Tigers. Definitely don't want to give the ball back here. Don't want to go 3 and out for sure.
Definitely not. South Pike's defense is stepping up, though, for sure.
I'd like to welcome everyone watching and listening on Facebook. As back to pass is Roberson. Over the middle, incomplete once again as he tried to hook up with the intended receiver. Looks like that was 14 Ratliff, the sophomore, and it's incomplete. 3 passes and 3 and out. Facebook, and the Tigers do exactly what Roberson. Coach Brown did not want to do. 3 and once again as he tried to.
Yeah, and you got to keep in mind too that this is a rivalry, so there might be some jitters, some excitement, that adrenaline going. If he reins that in, there may be some trouble tonight. The South Pike defense, again, stepping up. They had great coverage. And just like we discussed pregame, the defense is going to have to step it up. Which one's going to do it? We'll see what South Pike does on offense here next after the punt.
Looks like this is Tidwell to punt this away for the Tigers. And it is a low end-over-end kick. And back to return it and taking it on a hop and hit immediately and knocked down right at the 35-yard line. He took it on the hop. On the return was Cam Reynolds, and boy, he was popped immediately.
Yeah, he was. He tried to get out to the outside and just didn't have enough time. When that ball just popped up like that, he grabbed it, thought he had more time than he did, and he didn't. They swooped in and got him down. Let's see if South Pike does what is expected on offense here with their running game.
Well, both teams run the football, and we talked about that in the beginning in our KDMC pregame show. Both teams are going to run the football quite a bit, and Dontavius Turner, the USM commit, will start here, and he's going to take the handoff right, or he's going to take the snap and go right side, pick up a couple of yards there, and that gives us a chance here in just a moment to look at the South Pike Eagles starters. The handoff right, or he's going to take the snap and go right side. As we'll take a look at the South Pike starters here in just a moment. As 2nd down and 8 now for the Tigers. Turner going to hand off here. Nothing doing. The Macomb Tiger defense there. And up to the challenge as take your pick of defenders there, Quatavius Harris. He's a standout, and you were talking to the radio crew from Macomb, and they're really high on this inside linebacker for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're talking about how he's always on the ball, always in the play, and they also talked about the whole defense that's together. They are a unit, they are a team, and you saw that right there. This is a huge offensive line for South Pike.
So trying to return the favor and force the Eagles 3 and out, and now Turner on the run. He's not going to get the first down. Great defense by the Tigers right here. So to open this ball game, 2 3 and outs, and you look at the KDMC replay coming up here in a moment. Nope, we'll hold off on the replay.
Well, the quarterback draw, they just shut him down in the middle, and again, defense steps up. We talked about it again pregame. The defense is stepping up on both sides of the ball. The offensive line just towers over the Macomb Tiger defense, but again, they're quick to enter the hole there and block it, that quarterback draw, and force the punt.
So back to punt this ball. Looks like that's going to be Kobe Wall who comes forward, a high kick, and it looks like the Tigers are just going to let it bounce as it takes a bounce inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. That gives us a chance to look at the South Pike Eagles starters on both offense and defense. And, of course, this defense who forced a 3 and out, led by, of course, Marquel Brumfield and Zebedee Harris. Of course, 2 of the inside linebackers there, stingers on defense. And they got a 3 and out on that last possession, and they'll look to do it again here. Let's give kudos, while we can, to the folks here at Southwest Mississippi Community College.
Great facility here, great facility, and they've been very hospitable.
We'll profile the coaches here in just a second. And by the way, for high school football fans all across the state, heat timeouts are over with this week. So that's good to know. 9:33 here in the first quarter. No more heat timeouts.
Loving that cooler weather the rain brought through.
No, man. Just wait till next Friday is what they tell us. Handoff up the middle here. It looks like that's going to be Herbert.
Yeah, and Brandon Dean was in on that as well, shutting down that run.
Actually checked that. That's number 12 from next Friday is what they tell us. On that carry, that's going to be Anderson, Jaquavian Anderson on the carry. So we'll call it 2nd down and 7 as the Tiger offense trying to get something going here. 3 and out on the first possession. Now the Eagle defense set down on that classic 3-4. There's the snap from the shotgun. Got to keep it on the quarterback keeper. Coming near side is Roberson, and he is gobbled up in the backfield, and a flag comes in at the end of the play. Holding. Got to go against the Tiger offense here.
You see on the KDMC replay there the hold, and as he was trying to get to the outside, he didn't see what was coming on his backside, and he got lit up. We'll see if he battles back after this holding penalty to get the first down.
I'll be honest, I really thought that they may decline that penalty because it was going to bring up 3rd down and about 11 or 12 yards, and it looks like that may be what they decide to do, yes.
Yeah.
Coach Brinson Wall says, nope, we want to decline it, to bring up 3rd down and 10. Should be 3rd down, and they do finally change it to 3rd down. 8:46 in this first quarter. Handoff coming up the middle with Pasture in front of him out to the 35. And he's going to be well short of the first down. Looks like that's Anderson once again, the middle, but he will be short of the first down, and it looks like the Tigers are going to have to punt it away again. So 3 and out once again for the Tiger offense. And, you know, early in the game, you know you're going to see this, Jeff. You're going to see both teams. It's going to be a chess match that we talked about in the KDMC pregame show. Both teams are trying to feel each other out. It's a wet track tonight. You don't want to be that first team to make that first mistake.
Exactly. And the coaches kind of have their script, kind of have their idea after watching film what plays they want to run.
Tidwell gets it away, and end over end kick. Going to take a Tiger roll inside the 30 and be down at about the 27-yard line.
That almost hit Crossley, and that would have been highly unfortunate. But luckily, it just missed him, and they take over.
Got to give a shout-out to one of our followers on Twitter, and I hope I'm getting his name right. Drun Jackson, that follows us on Twitter, has been pretty instrumental in getting the word out for our Game of the Week. We walked in this afternoon and saw our logo and the Game of the Week logo on the scoreboard here.
That was really great to see, too, as we walked into the stadium.
Shout out to Dr. Andrew Dole, right? So appreciate him so much. Here's the snap, handoff coming up the middle with a lot of room and a shoelace tackle here as on the carry here. Here's the snap, handoff. Looks like that's the middle with a lot of room and a shoelace tackle here. Jackson, and boy, he was caught just by the shoelace. A gain of 7 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, big offensive line just opened up the hole wide open for him to just roll right through.
So here's a snap. It is going to be a handoff once again to Jackson. Looks like that's our first Mississippi Ag first down of the night, and it is. And so move the chains, and you look at the replay here, and I tell you, it's something to watch, this offensive line, good old Rock'em Sock'em football. And we've got that here with these two teams, and looks like the Eagle offense going with a little tempo here. Here's the handoff coming right, then left, and then right up the middle with a lot of room inside Tiger territory. And on the handoff here, that's going to be Cam Reynolds, the junior. Came in tied for the team leader, or tied for second on the team in receiving touchdowns, but must a big one for the Mississippi Ag first down.
Yeah, the KDMC replay there, you saw just the wheels that he's got.
He's going to get the handoff again, spins his way to the 40. He'll have a gain of 3. Bring up 2nd down at 7. The tempo here for the Eagles, do you like the call?
Absolutely, and I was just about to bring up, that's a great word for it, tempo. They've really started to get their momentum moving the sticks, and we'll see if they can complete that down for some points on the board.
First quarter, no score, inside 7 minutes and counting, and now we have a pass over the middle. Looks like it's low and incomplete as Turner just a bit too low there. Couldn't complete it to his receiver. 3rd down.
He's got a great arm, and I think that's going to be a key for both offenses this game is those inside slant passes. To me, it's one of the best plays in football on any level is that inside slant.
3rd down and 7 at the Tiger 40. The Eagles trying to convert. The second 3rd down on the drive. Turner trying to keep it. He fumbles it. It's loose. And it looks like it's picked up by the Macomb Tigers, and it is. A turnover right at the midfield stripe as Turner tried to take off with it. And it looked like that was number 10 for the Tigers that was able to get on it. Correll Coney, the junior.
Yeah, the KDMC replay showed it perfectly. Great job by Newman. Macomb, let's see what they do. Can they capitalize on that turnover? You know, that's something we did not discuss that we discussed last week is turnovers, mental errors, mental mistakes, and conditioning. We'll see if they're able to capitalize.
The Tiger offense with 2 3-and-outs. Can they make it work here?
Boy, that momentum shift, you just feel it. And what a crowd we've got tonight. Everybody's jumping up on their feet. It's a great atmosphere for Friday Night Football.
There's nowhere to sit in the stands on either side. There's folks standing up outside the gates. He fakes the keep, and now he's going to keep it himself, and he's in trouble. And Roberson able to make something out of nothing. Manages to pick up maybe a yard. We'll call it a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9.
He was close to a loss of 3 there, so his quick feet got him back to the line of scrimmage plus about a half a yard.
Both of these defensive lines, they get up the field extremely quick. A lot of athleticism on the field tonight. Talking to David Culpepper with King's Daughters Medical Center on the way over, and he said you're going to see some athletes on the field tonight, and apparently there is an officials timeout. Interesting. Thought we were done with officials timeouts for the year. So apparently not. So we've got a timeout on the field. 6 minutes even to go in this first quarter of play. No score. We're back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
Need your business to stand out and pop? Then it's time to visit Polshap's Screen Print and Embroidery in Brandon. Polshaps can custom design your marketing campaigns with custom screen printing, embroidery, and promotional materials that set you apart from the competition. Speaking of setting apart, Polshaps does all their work in-house from start to finish. No outsourcing, meaning faster turnaround time and lower prices for you, the customer. Visit Polshaps.com to find out more and get started on standing out.
And we welcome you back, as it appears that both South Pike head coach Brenson Wall and Macomb Tigers head coach Willie Brown are out of midfield talking to the officials. Again, not sure that we were supposed to have an officials timeout. Normally that first weekend in October, that's when the heat timeouts are done with.
Yeah. It is humid, though. We talked about that pregame. It is kind of still slippery and very humid. But the field looks great. It's a natural turf, which I like to see that. I prefer natural turf than
You're old school.
Turf. I am
You're old school.
There's a lot of talk.
Here's Roberson, and there's confusion in the backfield, and he's going to pay for it. It appeared that he was supposed to hand it off to the running back, and you see the KDMC replay. The confusion was there, but coming up to make the stop there, it appeared that was number 32 for the Macomb Tigers. As we look for his number here, and that was on the tackle. Oh, I'm sorry. Was looking at the wrong thing there. Jermichael Dillon on the tackle there.
Yeah, he just had nowhere to go. I don't know if that was a busted play or confusion by the offensive line, but they just walked through.
Third down at 13 now for the Macomb Tigers. Can they cash in on the turnover? The handoff here. Nothing doing for Anderson. He's going to lose a yard, maybe two, back to the 44, maybe they may give him the 45, but after the fumble moments ago, the Macomb Tigers can't cash in on it. They will have to punt once again.
You know, they've got size on defense, too. Their defensive line, we talked about their offensive line, how they average 280 pounds across the offensive line. Their defensive line averages about 250. So there's some big boys.
Big boys. Ryan Tidwell going to punt it away once again. For the Tigers, a low snap. Tidwell comes forward. Looks like it was almost blocked. It might have been deflected, and it's not going to be a very good punt here for the Macomb Tigers. It's going to be downed at the 40, maybe the 41-yard line of South Pike. And, Jeff, you motioned that you thought that it was partially deflected there.
Yeah, I believe it was. Jermichael Dillon, we were just mentioning his name. I believe he got in there, just judging by the way he was dancing off the field. But he was in the mix there.
We're going to get Newman to do a shot of just around this field and stadium right now. I mean, there's folks out on the hill outside the stadium, not sitting in the stands. I mean, this place is absolutely jam-packed. Back to pass here is Turner. He's going to hit a little hitch route here near side, caught and then advancing upfield. And there's a flag that comes in behind the play. The pass was complete to Alex Adams. The senior wideout leads the team, or tied for first on the team with four receiving touchdowns. It looks like this one might be coming back.
Yeah, we got holding, and it's going to come on back. One interesting thing I'd like to point out is that, October being Breast Cancer Awareness, the flags, don't be looking for the yellow flags. They've got pink flags, and I think that's great.
That is cool. Well done by the Activities Association and the referees. And we see a couple of players honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month with socks and wristbands and whatnot. So that's a big penalty. 1st and 15 now for the Eagles. Back to pass is Turner. Pocket breaks down. He wants to take off. Fumble again. It's loose again. Turner, his second fumble. And did the Tigers get on it? I think that they did. The Tigers are on it again, and Jeff, we look at the KDMC replay.
Yeah, the splits were great. He had a great hole. He just couldn't hold on to the ball, and Macomb comes up with it again. Turnovers. That's gonna be huge. Now, again though, The turnover is great, but can he capitalize on it?
Jonah Johns with the tackle to force that fumble. And now, as you mentioned, the Tigers, can they cash in here? They've got it at the South Pike Eagle 38-yard line. So let's see if the Tigers can cash in here, as we're right at 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter of play. No score. The Tigers have forced 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles by Turner, your quarterback for the Eagles. And now the Tigers looking to cash in. Play clock down to 9 seconds. Chris Roberson, your quarterback, the junior, with the play clock down to 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Finally gets the snap. Hands off. Anderson up the middle. And he gets inside the 35, down to close to the 34, maybe the 33. And a nice carry there by Jaquavian Anderson.
That was a great run, kept his legs moving, and was able to pick up 5 yards on the play. Great effort there by the running back. The defense stepped up and shut him down. 2nd and 5.
Shotgun formation once again for Roberson. He's got twins to the far side, 1 receiver to the right. Looks at a 3-man front, fumbles the snap, picks it up, now rolls to his right. Plenty of time, wants to throw downfield, has a man, caught inside the KDMC red zone. Down close to the 10. And it's a first down, and the Tigers are in business.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see a great route, great hands, great throw, just a perfect play, capitalizing on that turnover. Look at that. It goes right up, catches it at its apex, comes down. Great reception, great throw.
Looks like that was on the reception. Connerly on the reception, one of the many receivers that they'll use. Turner. Got to keep. Not much doing. The Eagle defense up to the task here. We'll call it no gain, as the spot was at the 12-yard line. So the Tigers can still pick up a first down, but they're going to lose a yard there. 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, they had a little misdirection play there trying to do a counter back, and it just got shut down by that huge defensive line.
Got to be cool for these kids. They look up here at Southwest Mississippi Community College, and they see on the big screen here, they can see the live feed of the game. Back to pass is Turner. Pressure coming, rolls right. Now wants to take off. Has that ball poking out there, somehow hangs on to it. I don't know how in the world he hung on to the football. As
KDMC replay, you're going to watch him get knocked around like a pinball, but he held on to the ball and was able to make something out of nothing, bring it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle there, he's been everywhere tonight. Zebedee Harris, the inside linebacker, and Stinger. As we're inside 90 seconds to go here in this first quarter play, no score, 3rd down and 11 for the Macomb Tigers. Forcing their 2nd fumble moments ago, the 2nd fumble of the night for the Eagles quarterback Turner. Play clock down to 8 seconds. Roberson, man in motion. It's going to be the pitch. Going far side. Blockers in front. It closes quick. Now he somehow gets away, and he's going to be ushered out of bounds at the last moment, as it was a pitch to Anthony McGee on the end around. He's going to be short of the first down.
Tremendous effort there on the drive to the sweep to the left. Kept his legs moving, followed his blockers, and picked up some yardage there.
And I was going to ask, is this 2-down territory? And you wonder if they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it with the rivalry. We'll see. They're calling a timeout now.
So we will take it with them. Timeout on the field. Macomb wants to talk about it. 4th down and 4 coming up. Scoreless ball game, but the Tigers are threatening. We're back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family. Worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
All right, we'll welcome you back as the timeout is over with, and a big play here, Jeff, as it's 4th down and 4. And the Macomb Tigers have elected to go for it, it appears, although now it looks like they're rolling out Ryan Tidwell to attempt the field goal. do you like the call here to go ahead and get points?
Yeah, I think it's safe. I think it's a safe call. It's a rivalry game. You know, you want to get the points where you can. The defense has been stout all game. Go ahead and get the points.
Clean hold. It's down. The kick is away, and it is up, and it is no good. First field goal attempt of the year for the Macomb Tigers, and it is wide right.
Just pulled it right slightly, and that's okay, though. He's going to have another chance, I feel, that at the defensive stand that this game's going to have. It may come down to special teams. We talked about that on pregame.
We did. So here's my question to you, Coach Eade. You've gotten 2 turnovers. South Pike is the favorite. They're undefeated. They've beaten you 2 years in a row. You get 2 turnovers by the USM commit Turner at quarterback, and you've got no points. What are you selling to your team right now if you're Coach Willie Brown from Macomb?
Step it up. Keep the pressure on. Keep going after them, and shake them loose. You know, and you know, I would tell the quarterback, look, settle down. It's okay. There's a lot of game left. Focus on what you're doing. Execute the play, and get after it. It's still early. It's still early.
There was a penalty there on that previous play that moves it out near the 20-yard line. So here's a snap to Turner. He's going to keep it on the quarterback keeper far side. He's got some pasture and then just going to scoot out of bounds. A gain of about 5 yards. Second down and 5.
Shows his quick feet on the move to the outside. Is able to pick up a few yards. You know, the containment was lacking on the Macomb defense. That we may need to keep an eye on that. You see on the KDMC replay, he just was able to pick up a few yards on that.
So they marked him out about 2nd and 6 now is what they're going to say. As it'll be Turner once again, straight up the middle, close to a Mississippi Ag first down. And from the initial spot, it looks like he has the first down at the 30-yard line. And look at the KDMC replay. He is, for someone to be slight in stature, he's only 5'10", 170. He carries a big load.
Absolutely keeps his legs moving, and that huge offensive line, you know, gave him the opportunity, paved the way, and he was able to get the first down.
That may be the final play, or they may squeeze one more playoff before the end of the quarter, and they will. Here's a snap and a handoff coming right side, tackled by the ankles. Nice open field tackle there as the handoff went to number 10 for South Pike. And on the carry, that's going to be Johnson. He'll pick up a gain of about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 when we come back. We're at the end of the first quarter, scoreless between Macomb and South Pike. What a ball game we've got live from Southwest Mississippi Community College. We're back in 30 seconds right here on the Spirit Media Network.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
And we welcome you back as we're scoreless to open up the second quarter between Macomb and South Pike. And before we get started here, Jeff Eade, what are your thoughts on that first quarter? You had 2 turnovers, South Pike turning it over, but Macomb unable to cash in.
I think it's going to be the story of the whole game. I think that set the tempo. Both defenses stepped it up. They had some turnovers. They were unable to capitalize on it. It's going to go back and forth like every good rivalry game.
Turner back to pass, and a quick hitch pass is complete over the 40 and to the 42-yard line for the Mississippi Ag first down, and completed pass there to Cam Reynolds, and just a quick hitch there.
On the quick read to the hitch there, there was again the slants, those hitches, those are going to be key for these quarterbacks that have really good arms for those short passes.
Back to passes, Turner once again, and that pass is knocked down. Looks like he was trying to go with the quick hitch pass once again, and it was incomplete. And it's going to be, should be 2nd and 10. They hadn't changed the marker over there yet. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Powell was the one that knocked that down, but the hitch was open again. Good heads-up play by Powell.
Turner back to pass again. Slant pass intercepted by the Tigers. Can he take it back for the pick six? He's got a block in front. Tries to cut it back. It's a touchdown for the Tigers.
and the crowds go crazy. What an outstanding run.
Let's see who it was on the pick. It looked like that was either Brown. Well, let's look at the replay here. It looks like on the replay that was number 5. I believe that was Ledrick Brown. I actually checked that was number 8. That's going to be Quatavius Harris, and you were talking about him in the pregame show.
Yeah, Coach was talking about what a standout he is on defense, and he was at the right place at the right time and ran it all the way home. Let's see if they can capitalize on the extra point after that missed field goal.
Tidwell is going to attempt the extra point. Snap is back, hold is down, the kick is away, and it is low and no good. Third turnover of the night, third time is the charm for the Macomb Tigers defense. 3 takeaways so far tonight, and now they've got finally that first score of the night. It's 6-0 Macomb on top of South Pike. We're back in half a minute right here on the Spirit Media Network.
Mississippi Hunters, did you know that Vance Sporting Goods has the largest gun selection in the state? Vance carries the lines you know and respect, like Browning and Benelli. And we've got plenty of ammo in stock too. Drop by and check out our new duck hunting section, complete with decoys and accessories. You'll be happy you did. If it's guns, it's at Vans. Vans Sporting Goods.
777 Highway 468 in Brandon, or visit us online.
And we welcome you back as the third takeaway of the night for the Macomb Tigers results in a pick 6, taking it back the distance. The senior inside linebacker, Quatavius Harris. And boy, there was a celebration here on the home side. And you mentioned the crowd going wild. This place is packed, and the home side absolutely erupted. Third time's the charm at 6-0 Macomb.
Absolutely, and I got to tell you, this is reminiscent of a McGee-Mendenhall, and you know, back in the day, a Pearl Brandon game, standing room only. The community college stadium is packed full with standing room only. And this is a great rivalry game. And, yeah, the crowd went crazy, as they should have. It was an outstanding takeover for the score. Pick 6. What a game.
And there are going to be folks that if you keep up with these two teams, you look at South Pike and you say, well, they're undefeated, and Macomb comes in 4-1, open date last week. And they don't realize here's a squid kick on the ground here, going to go out of bounds. And so it'll be good field position here for the Eagles offense. But they don't know these two teams. Look, they've been doing this since 1937. South Pike leading the all-time series 23-15. They did have one tie. It happened to be that first game in 1937. No, I was not there, by the way. So they haven't played consecutive, but this is a very intense rivalry. The schools aren't separated by a great distance. And so these two fan bases, you see, they turned out in masses tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, South Pike, let's see, you know, they got hit on the chin. Let's see if they can bounce back and make something.
If you're Turner, you got to be thinking, goodness, 2 fumbles tonight and now a pick 6.
You got to settle down, guys. Settle down.
Be wondering what's going through the head of the USM commit. It's going to be a different player taking the snap, the direct snap from the quarterback position. That's going to be number 10 taking the snap there, and that's going to be Brandon Johnson, the junior running back. All 5'7", 155 pounds of him. And he took the direct snap there. Looks like Coach Brinson Wall says, let's try something a little different here. A little wildcat action. Picked up 5 yards there, and it's going to be Johnson once again trying to get away. Ankle tackle as he gets out to the 42. He'll be about 3 yards shy to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Eagle offense.
We were advised pregame that Johnson does take some snaps, kind of a dual threat look, not just a wildcat, but just a dual threat at quarterback, giving Dylan a rest. He did have an ankle injury earlier.
Just had a comment on Facebook from Trey Elsie. Says Southwest Community College stands have never been that packed. Here's Johnson on the carry for the Mississippi Ag first down across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. So Johnson has been a little spark here for this Eagle offense. They have not been able to get on track so far tonight.
Yeah, you see here on the KDMC replay, the drive there to the left for the first down. Great blocking up front by that big O-line and moves the ball.
We've got an injured Tiger on the field for Macomb. Don't know who that player is. We can't see the number from here. Certainly hope that young man is okay. So while they attend to the injured Tiger, we'll try to get a number for you. We'll step aside. Let's take 60 seconds as Macomb leads 6-0 here over South Pike. Back in 60 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. They offer fine interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
With two boys, I know about suspicious odors.
But CenterPoint Energy taught me something important. If I smell rotten eggs, it might be a gas leak. I should leave on foot immediately and call both CenterPoint Energy and 911 from a safe location. I also never store flammables like paint or gasoline near my natural gas appliances. One spark is all it takes to ignite fumes.
CenterPoint Energy provides tips to help you keep your family safe. CenterPoint Energy, always there.
And we welcome you back. Looks like the fallen Tiger is going to be number 7, Marion Robinson, the senior defensive back. Looks like he's going to be okay as he's walking off with the assistance of a couple of trainers. So that's definitely good to see. You don't want any injuries in this ball game. Been such a tight and hotly contested game so far.
Yeah, he's putting a lot of weight on that leg. So maybe it's a severe cramp or maybe just a light sprain. But they're going to take a look at him here on the sidelines.
1st and 10 for this Eagle offense. As looks like Turner's going to check back in the game at quarterback. Going to turn in hand to the running back coming right side, turning those legs out to the midfield stripe.
Is it me or were they kind of blowing that whistle a little bit early?
Yeah,
he got a couple yards after that initial whistle.
Looks like that was number 5 on the carry, I think. Yeah, that was 5. That's going to be Jackson again. So give credit to the Eagles, as it'll now be 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Eagle offense. They're using a lot of running backs. As Turner going to take the snap, going to keep, and he's just inside Macomb territory, maybe to the 49-yard line. So this Tiger defense is coming up with a tackle there. Is number 52, Jonah Johns, had the fumble recovery earlier in the ball game.
And we talked about the multiple threats that South Pike's got on offense. The multiple running backs. They've got multiple QBs, and always keeping the Macomb defense guessing. It's a great strategy.
Empty formation. Turner back to pass. Quick pass far side. Caught and trying to get to the 1st down. Going to be cut down just short as Alex Adams went out on the button hook. And it appeared, Jeff, if he had turned upfield immediately, when you look at the KDMC replay, he might have picked up the Mississippi Ag 1st down.
Absolutely. He took a couple steps back to go forward, and you just can't do that. You can't afford to do that. The defense held him down, and
they're going to go for it. Here on 4th down and about 4 yards. Turner going to keep it, trying to get there on the quarterback keeper. Did he get there? Yes, he did. Gutsy play. And the Mississippi Ag 1st down is produced by one, Dontavius Turner.
The KDNC replay, you're going to see him driving straight through and going for the 1st down. What a gutsy call, too. 4th down on a rivalry game, midfield.
And you felt like Coach Brinson Wall, by the way, here in his 4th season, and looking for win number 32 thus far at South Pike tonight, felt like he just wanted to get something positive going. A bobble on the snap there. Turner somehow ricocheted over to the running back. How in the world did they hold on to that football?
I'll tell you what, a heads-up play and how quick he is to get that bobbled snap and still hand it off as he's falling backwards. That was impressive athleticism.
Was that athleticism or was that luck? I don't know which one it was.
I know. I can't move that quickly. He's falling backwards. He bobbles the snap and hands it off all in one motion. That takes some focus there. And, yeah, I think that is athleticism.
Johnson's back in the game at running back, and he's going to take the snap and run it up the middle. He's inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 coming up for this Eagle offense as we tick inside 7.5 or tick towards 7.5 minutes here in this 1st half. Still 6-0 Macomb on top thanks to a pick 6.
Yeah, we've got this momentum, this tempo that's starting back again. Let's see if they can, capitalize on that momentum.
3rd down and 5. Turner with the running back to his right shoulder and a 4-receiver set. There's the snap. Turner going to keep, but before the play can take place, you've got a false start against South Pike. So the Eagles, multiple mistakes here tonight, Jeff. 3 turnovers tonight, one that resulted in the only score of the ball game, and multiple penalties.
And now with the false start penalty, they get driven back 5 more yards. That stops that momentum. Let's see if they can pick this up, this 1st down, get it started again.
3rd down and 10 as they spot it back near the 45. Turner back to pass. Pocket breaks down. He's in trouble and going to be sacked. A loss of 5 yards as multiple Tigers there as you look at the KDMC replay.
Yeah, watching here on the replay, they just shut that play down. He had nowhere to go and tried to get to the outside and was just unable to. What a big hit on that tackle as well.
Take your pick there, Johns and Lewis combining to make the stop, and now the Eagle offense going to have to punt this one away. Kobe Wall going to stand back at around his own 37-yard line, and I want to say I think that's Isaac back there to return. No, I think that might be Roberson, the left-footed kicker. Comes forward and a wobbler, going to take a South Pike bounce. Can they get to it before it rolls in the end zone? And the official says no, a touchback.
Oh, let's see if we can get that on replay. I thought it was down on like the half-yard line. But it was a very high snap, and then that left-handed kind of rugby left-footed kick rolls right down. Let's see, great camera work. And
I think he got to it. I think he got to it.
I did too. I think he got to it, but
they
did mark it.
They did mark it at the 1.
He marked a touchback, but good. I think that's a good call.
How about that? So South Pike with a big play on special teams, and you've got another officials timeout. I thought we were done with officials timeouts, but we'll take it with them. 6:03 here in the half. It's 6-0 Macomb on top of South Pike. Back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
A smile is one of the first things most people notice. And for over a decade, Germany Dental has helped change smiles for thousands of people across Mississippi.
I was so embarrassed about my teeth that I never smiled. But now that I have dental implants and cosmetic veneers from Germany Dental, I can't stop smiling. My decision to see Dr. Germany literally changed my life.
Germany Dental, changing lives, one smile at a time. Call 601-825-4746 today.
What are we doing the log?
All right, welcome back here as the officials timeout. Still don't understand, but
that's all right. Hey, it's better to take the timeout instead of having kids passing out.
Hey, thanks to everybody watching on Facebook. Keep those comments coming and keep sharing the post. We appreciate all you guys watching on Facebook. We're able to see a couple of the comments there as Macomb, their backs to their own goalpost here from their own 1. And going to be a quick snap here, barely able to get out of the end zone as Chris Roberson, the quarterback. Now, I'm not so sure he got anything. They may say no gain. 2nd down and 10 from the 1.
Yeah, it was a good attempt to get to the outside, but the defense just shut it down and contained it to the inside. It's going to be interesting to see if South Pike can really step up and hold them from gaining any kind of yardage.
The only score tonight is a defensive score by Macomb. And now here's a big pop here as Roberson is absolutely drilled. And looks like coming up with the tackle there for this South Pike defense was Markel Brumfield. And Angus Armstrong come up with the stop there. Going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 7. If you're Macomb, you just might want to get some room here just to punt this one away.
Yeah, I'd love to see a quick slant out or, a little hitch to get some yardage, just to get some breathing room.
Inside 5 minutes and counting here in this first half. It's 3rd down and 8 is what they'll call it. And the play clock is running. Macomb may let this play clock run down and then call a timeout. I'm not sure if that was intentional. It looks like the players did not know what was going on. So a timeout, Macomb. They will burn their second timeout of this first half. We'll take it with them. 6-0 as we're inside 5 minutes to go in this first half. Macomb on top of South Pike. We're back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
All right, welcome you back here to Southwest Mississippi Community College. As we're in the press box here, Jason Scarborough, Jeff Eade, Logan Campbell, Chris McDonald has made an appearance now. As we're glad that you're with us here tonight. 3rd down and 7 coming up. Actually, 3rd down and 8 for this Macomb Tiger offense. Moments ago, South Pike downing it at the 1-yard line. Let's see what Macomb does. Under center is Roberson. Takes the snap. End around. Coming right up the middle. Going to be short of the first down as they get across the 5. Maybe the 7. As a handoff there goes to, looks like that might be Herbert.
Yeah, South Pike's going to end up with good field position on this punt. Let's see if they can get a good roll. But otherwise, South Pike's going to have an opportunity to capitalize on good yardage here. 4 minutes left to go in the half.
And let's see, I think that's number 4 for South Pike going to return this punt here, and it is. It's going to be Reynolds to take this punt from Tidwell. Tidwell's been busy tonight. The Macomb defense was 6 points, but the offense unable to get on track so far here tonight.
See if they go for the block.
Play clock down to 3 seconds. Tidwell's calling for it, and he does have it blocked. And it's going to go out of bounds near the 20-yard line. And you called it, Jeff. You said, let's see if they come for the block. The play clock was running out. And when you look at the KDMC replay, he was calling for it. Can't really see who came up with the block. I think that was, gosh, it looks like maybe Armstrong.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's Armstrong. Great heads-up move. Great call for the block there by the end zone. They get even better field position than they would have on a punt. So let's see. Can they capitalize and put some points on the board before halftime?
So South Pike back on offense. They have been stymied so far tonight. They average about 290 yards on the ground. And here goes Turner, untouched into the end zone. I guess they heard me. Turner. What a response from Turner, who's turned it over 3 times tonight and just burst it right up the middle there.
Right up the middle. Great blocking by that huge offensive line, and he just walked in untouched.
6-6 with the conversion attempt coming up. And will the Eagles go for 2 or kick the extra point? Looks like they're going for 2. All the big uglies coming in here. Stacked backfield here for the Eagles. New quarterback in the game, under center. Going to send a man in motion. There's the snap, a handoff up the middle. 2-point conversion is good. As the handoff looks like that might have been actually Angus Armstrong, and it was. They bring in Armstrong, the starting linebacker, and he takes the 2-point conversion in. And now the Eagles with their first lead of the night.
So I tell you, Dylan had the 2 turnovers early in the game, scores a touchdown. You know, like we talked about, Coach, settle down, just execute, do your job. It's going to turn out fine, and it does.
8-6 with 3:38 remaining here in this first half of play. And it was a defensive struggle for much of the night. And you got to give credit to this Turner kid, the USM commit. He has the 2 fumbles from the quarterback spot, has the pick 6, and responds with a touchdown run here, and now it's 8-6.
Armstrong had a great run. He's 5'10" and 200 pounds, linebacker. Yeah, give him the ball and let him just run right over people. He's used to hitting people hard, so just give him the ball.
And let's keep in mind that Macomb, after one of those turnovers earlier, They did attempt a chip shot field goal that was no good, so it could be 9-8 at this point. As this a low kick on the ground, bobbled around by the Tigers and now picked up. And now coming up with a lot of room in front. A lot of pasture out in front for the Tigers. Could he take it the distance? One man to beat, and he's going to catch him from behind. What a return by the Tigers to answer.
Watch this on the KDMC replay. It's a bobble, it's a delay, and then when he finally gets going, he hits the seam, burst of speed, running down the sideline, has blockers, and gets run down at the last minute there on the 4-yard line. McGee just had an absolutely outstanding run. The fans go wild. What a great game.
They spot it at the 10-yard line and a touchdown saving tackle for South Pike. Plenty of time here, 3:21 remaining. And the Macomb Tigers with one timeout. First and goal for the Tigers. Roberson sets them all down. Play clock down to 2 seconds. They've got to burn a timeout or get it away, and they do. The handoff, no. Roberson going to keep it. He's in a lot of trouble and going to be sacked back behind the 15. All the way back at the 17-yard line. That play looked like it was in trouble from the beginning.
Yeah, just massive confusion as they went back. Hey, I want to go back to that run for a minute. Number 17, Xavier Crossley, was the one who ran him down from behind, from the other side of the field. He was booking it, had some wheels, and he's the one that saved the touchdown. Then the defense comes and steps it up, and they have a loss on the play. Second down.
Unbelievable. Second and goal back at the 17-yard line. Clock is down to 9 seconds again on the play clock. Roberson back to pass. Pressure coming from the backside. Rolls to his right. Throws at the last moment. End zone. Touchdown! Tigers with the touchdown. Roberson rolling to his right and found the receiver in the end zone.
And what a hard pass to throw on the run one direction. He actually kind of throws it behind himself to the man open as he's falling down, catches the ball, touchdown. This is a back-and-forth game.
On the touchdown catch, looks like that Spurlock, Edric Spurlock, on the touchdown reception, and now the Tigers will go for two. Back and forth we go here from Southwest Mississippi Community College. Goodness gracious.
What great focus both of those players had, not only quarterback but also the receiver.
Is there a way that we can see that touchdown on the replay in a moment, as the two-point conversion is no good? Let's take a look at the touchdown if we can, as that was just an amazing play by Roberson to roll right. Here's a look at the KDMC replay. We'll try to get that for you here in a moment. But Roberson, he was rolling out to his right, as now the Tigers back in front here.
Yeah, he was rolling to his right and then kind of threw back maybe 2 or 3 yards, maybe 5 yards back to his left as his receiver was falling forward, and just a heads-up play, great focus on both of their behalves.
Here's a look at the touchdown play once again. Good job by Logan to pull this up. I mean, how in the world Roberson kept his eyes downfield and managed to find his receiver in the end zone, number 13, Spurlock, on the touchdown reception. We've got an injured Tiger on the field. 12-8, Macomb regains the lead. Back and forth we go here in Summit, Mississippi. We're back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19. The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi.
Before digging in my yard, I always call 811 to have my utility lines marked. to avoid service interruptions or injury. As CenterPoint Energy says, it's better to call 811 now than 911 later. And if I suspect a gas leak, I leave the area immediately on foot and call CenterPoint Energy and 911 from a safe, remote location. Really?
CenterPoint Energy invests in its infrastructure to help keep you safe. CenterPoint Energy. Always there.
And we're back. McComb moments ago with a big kickoff return after, just moments after South Pike had taken their first lead of the night, scored their first points, 8-6. McComb with the big kickoff return. Here's a look at the touchdown once again, Jeff, on the KDMC replay. And Roberson, you mentioned during the break, he sidearmed that throw.
Very impressive, the arm strength it took and the focus and the determination to score before halftime.
The McComb fans here on the press box side having a lot of fun with that, as this place is absolutely packed. Here's Tidwell going to kick it, and it's going to be ricocheted off of one of the South Pike Eagles. Ball is still loose. The Tigers are back on it.
I don't know if that was meant to be an onside kick, but it worked. Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to show this side kick. It just, the hands team didn't get the hands, and it just slides, it bobbles, it's rumbling, bumbling. Finally, they jump on the ball. Right before halftime, they get the ball. Let's see if they capitalize.
Your son, by the way, keeps peeking in, and he just keeps shaking his head like, this is crazy.
He's having a good time. This atmosphere is outstanding. It's great. The intensity that these fans bring to this rivalry game is great.
So here's McComb with a chance to cash in before the half. 2:18 remaining, and the Tigers with their fourth takeaway of the night, their first on special teams, and leading 12-8. Back to pass is Roberson. No, he's going to hand off right at the middle. Now cutting to the right with plenty of pasture and close to a Mississippi Ag first down, and picking it up inside the 25 down to the 24 is number 2, Wiltavius Herbert, with the Mississippi Ag first down.
It's a new threat. Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the great blocking skills by the offensive line, and he drives straight through and then tries to get it to the outside to turn it up and just gets caught down. But what a great play.
It looks like South Pike has called a timeout. That defense has to be gassed. And what a turn of events just here in the last couple of moments, Jeff. When you look at Turner, your quarterback for South Pike, 3 turnovers on the night, 1 a pick 6. He responds with a touchdown run real time 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago?
Yeah.
And the Eagles take the lead on the 2-point conversion, handing it to their linebacker. They go up 8-6. Ensuing kick, the Tigers nearly take it back the distance. McGee takes it back to the 10, gets caught from behind, and now the Tigers with a 12-8 lead get a turnover on special teams, and they have it 1st and 10 close to the KDMC red zone.
Don't go anywhere. This game's going to be back and forth the whole game.
Man in motion for Roberson. Roberson, the handoff. Up the middle is Herbert. Not much doing. Good defense here by the South Pike defense. As coming up to make the tackle here is Jermichael Dillon.
Yeah, Batiste was in there as well. Batiste is a junior, 5'5", 185, but he's stout. They stopped it.
So no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock is rolling. 1:44. South Pike, they do get the football back to start the second half. And Roberson, plenty of time on the play clock. Twins to the far side and now sends a running back out of the backfield in motion. Roberson back to pass. Now wants to take off. Roberson is going to be sacked back behind the 30, and coming up to make the tackle is Kadarius Miller, the nose guard for this Eagle defense. He's tied for 2nd on the team with 29 tackles for loss, make it number 30.
And again, Zebedee Harris in on the tackle as well. This is the tenacity that the defensive coaches want to see out of their defense, stepping up here right before halftime.
As we tick now to 60 seconds in this first half. What a ball game and what an environment. And I've got to talk about this crowd once again on both sides. They're down at 16 for the Tigers. Play clock down to 8 seconds. Roberson just now behind center. 2 seconds, 1 second, and now a timeout. South Pike exhaust a timeout. And I'll tell you what, we're going to take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
Mississippi Hunters, did you know that Vance Sporting Goods has the largest gun selection in the state? Vance carries the lines you know and respect, like Browning and Benelli. And we've got plenty of ammo in stock too. Drop by and check out our new duck hunting section, complete with decoys and accessories. You'll be happy, happy, happy you did. If it's guns, it's at Vance. Vance Sporting Goods.
777 Highway 468 in Brandon, or visit us online.
Oh, what an environment. We welcome you back to Southwest Mississippi Community College. Jason Scarborough, Jeff Eade, Logan Campbell, Chris McDonald. Can we mention your son? He's here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a little helper.
Yeah, a little helper. CJ helping out tonight. He just keeps looking in the press box and shaking his head, just saying, this is nuts.
He wants to be out there.
Yeah,
of course, he's 13. He's on the junior high team at South Forest. Attendance Center, and they're looking at winning the championship next week, by the way. I must gotta brag on my boy a little bit.
Who knows? We might be calling one of his games one day.
Maybe.
How cool would that be?
That'd be awesome.
I think we did a pretty good job in picking the game of the week presented by KDMC and Mississippi Ag. So far, so good. And now there's a lot of confusion for Macomb after the timeout, and they're going to exhaust their final timeout. I didn't think they had any left, but apparently they had one timeout left, and now they take it. There was a lot of confusion there.
A lot of confusion, yeah.
And you wonder what's up with that, because you come out of a timeout, should have your stuff together, and they did not. And now you got to burn that final timeout.
Look, they've been going hard at it, you know, and moving down the field, and they're tired. It's almost halftime, and there's just lack of focus, and there's a lot of confusion. He was trying to get everybody organized where they needed to go, and it ran out of time. So I thought they were out of timeouts as well, but apparently not. But that'll do it for their timeouts for the first half. Let's see if they can capitalize going into the field house here. 41 seconds left.
What do you do here? I mean, if you're Macomb, you get Roberson on the edge on a run-pass option because it worked on the touchdown catch moments ago. So why not utilize that once again? Roberson, play clock down to 17 seconds, and he'll take the snap. A straight drop, looks downfield, has a man, and is caught, spinning for the first down, and he's got the Mississippi Ag first down near the 11-yard line. And it looked like on the reception that was going to be Ratliff.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see a perfect route run, a little hitch there, good catch, good reception, great pass right on the money. They spiked the ball to save the time on the clock. Let's see if they can capitalize going into the half.
That's a heads-up play by Roberson to spike the ball.
Yep. Now, we were talking about how they didn't have focus on that play, that there was confusion, and now they're focused. So that's a great job by Coach Willie Brown in getting them to focus going into the half.
Let me give credit. That was Edric Spurlock on that last reception. The numbers from up here, forgive us, folks, it is difficult. And for those of you watching, just saw a question on Facebook. South Pike is in the white, and Macomb in the black jerseys outlined in yellow. Back to passes. Roberson throws. End zone. Spinning to the end zone. Did he get in?
Yes.
Touchdown, Tigers.
What effort. What effort. He caught the ball and ran in. He had three people on him trying to bring him down, and still had the determination to cross the goal line. Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see a perfect pass on the money in double coverage, triple coverage trying to bring him down, but he had the foresight to drive himself across the goal line.
On the reception is Jamichael Cunnerly. And Macomb now on top, 18-8 with 16 seconds remaining in the first half. What a performance so far by the Tigers, who are now going for two. Roberson back to pass, pressure in his face, now rolls back to his left. Looking, Roberson still looking. Roberson just going to have to run out of bounds and eat it, as he had no one downfield. Good coverage by the South Pike Eagle defense, but my goodness, look at the replay again on the touchdown.
Great determination. Look at that focus. He knew he had to get across the goal line, and he succeeded.
He had a little help from his teammate there, too, kind of pushing him in, didn't he?
Great focus. Yeah, that takes some heads up, too. You kind of want to watch your buddy score the touchdown there, but you have the thought to the mindset to get him across the goal line, give him a little nudge, help him out some.
Listen to this crowd, the home crowd. They are absolutely loving it right now. 18-8. Macomb on top. South Pike will get the football back to start the second half. But if you're the Tigers, you want to guard these last 16 seconds here. And give credit to Macomb. You know, in the early going, we were talking about they were not taking advantage of the turnovers. They had 2 turnovers and nothing to speak of. And then on the third turnover, it was a pick 6, and it was 6-0.
Yeah, Coach Willie Brown has done a great job in rallying his team in this rivalry game. They've really stepped it up a notch.
So now kicking off here will be Tidwell, who moments ago ricocheted an onside kick, whether it was attempted or intended or not. Just moments ago, the Tigers able to get the onside kick, and so now Tidwell got to line everybody up here to kick this one away.
I'd kick this with all my might. 16 seconds left.
And you see South Pike, they've inched up a little bit, expecting another pooch kick or onside kick. 18-8. What a ball game so far. A lot of football left.
Don't count South Pike out.
No, sir. Tidwell. The right footer comes forward. End over end kick. Going to carry deep and going to die right in front of one of the return men here. That could have been disastrous. Heads up play here by South Pike's number 10. Looks like that's Johnson. And Johnson slipped, even trying to get back on top of it, Jeff, but they managed to hop in just inside the 15.
Yeah, Hebert almost got that ball. Wouldn't that have been something going into halftime?
Just an unbelievable performance by this Tiger defense so far. And give credit to this Tiger offense getting untracked and scoring a couple of touchdowns here in the last 10 or 15 minutes of real time. Looks like South Pike says we're just going to kneel it.
Yeah.
And go in at the half and get some things straight. And that's exactly what happens.
Lick your wounds and come back out.
So South Pike going to take a knee and say, let's go into the intermission, boys, and talk about it. As it's going to be 18-8 at halftime. And you hear the approval from the Macomb Tiger home side. What a performance defensively by this Macomb Tiger defense here in this first half. 3 takeaways on defense, 1 takeaway on special teams. Your analysis of the first half.
I think it's a great rivalry football game. You've seen Macomb getting, beat up right off the bat. Then they come back, they regain their focus. Coach Brown really rallied the troops, and they came back and took the lead. Now you got South Pike that came in. They're bigger, faster, stronger, and they're kind of favored to take control of the game, and they don't. So if you're Coach Wall going into the field house here at halftime, you need to gather your thoughts, tell the guys settle down, focus, execute, do your jobs, come back out in the second half, and let's get back at it. This is a battle by battle, and they're going to come out at halftime. I'm telling you, South Pike's going to come back, and it's going to make a game of it.
One of the things that I keep seeing on social media for folks that are watching on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else, they're saying, do not count South Pike out just yet. This is a 6-0 team for a reason. They've won the region back-to-back years for a reason. If you're South Pike, you have to think, hey, we've turned the ball over. We've given them opportunities. So what do we do now to come out in the second half? Because they get the football to start the second half.
Yeah, I think they're gonna come out, and I think you're gonna see some more of those short passes, the slants, those hitches, to confuse the defense a little bit, and having some more outside runs. And then they're just going to really have to mix it up on offense. Defense has done a relatively good job, with their consistency in containing the outside and really holding up the offensive line. They just need to maintain that consistency. I think the key to South Park in the second half is they're going to have to step it up a notch on offense. And I think they can do that from changing it up from the short passes to the outside runs, the inside runs, and just keep mixing it up. For Macomb, they're just going to have to maintain. If you're Coach Brown, you're telling your team, hey, guys, you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing and keep maintaining the consistency that you're doing, and we're going to do fine second half.
This is a ball game that when you look at the score at halftime, people are going to say, didn't see that coming. Let's be honest. People didn't see that coming. Not that Macomb's a bad football team, but they really did not see this coming. So give credit to Macomb, up 18-8 at halftime. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back and give you some scores from across the state as Macomb on top 18-8 over South Pike here at the intermission. We're 2 minutes right here on the Spirit Media Network.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. Interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
You often hear about Mississippi's best kept secrets. If you're looking for the perfect place for your next weekend getaway or the just right setting for your wedding reception, look no further than the best kept secret, the Cart Barn Inn. The Cart Barn Inn is tucked away in Bruce, Mississippi, less than 30 minutes from Oxford, and is a full-service bed and breakfast. Each room at the Cart Barn Inn is fully furnished, including flat-screen TVs, microwaves, refrigerators, wireless internet, comfortable seating areas, and docking stations for your smartphones just in case you forgot your charger. Enjoy breakfast in the morning or a nice evening walk in our privately fenced-in courtyard. Enjoy the game outside on our patio area or take a walk on our boardwalk to our private gazebo. Kay Tyler and her staff will meet every expectation during your stay. Call and book your reservation today at 662-983-7829 or log on to cartbarninn.com. Cart Barn Inn, the best kept secret in Mississippi.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
And we welcome you back here to Southwest Mississippi Community College's halftime. Macomb on top, 18-8 over South Pike. We're looking at some drone video here for the folks at Southwest Mississippi Community College at the crowd tonight, and it is absolutely packed here tonight. What a great environment, and the folks here at Southwest Mississippi Community College just taking care of us, and the drone video is phenomenal tonight. Great crowd on both sides for both South Pike and Macomb, and a phenomenal ball game so far, 18-8. We're here at the intermission, and the bands are playing here. And Chris McDonald is going to join us now on the broadcast, and Chris made the trip down tonight. And Chris normally keeps us educated on the scores and whatnot from across the state. Several games going on across the state tonight, Chris, and this one's a phenomenal ball game. There's some great ball games elsewhere across the state as well.
That there is. Philadelphia leading. Sorry, I didn't catch who they were playing. Philadelphia is leading to 17-14 with about a minute left in the second quarter. Smithville over Vardaman 22-7 at the half. South Panola over Clinton 21-7 at the half.
Ooh,
that one's getting good.
I've got an Okolona Hamilton score at halftime. Okolona and Hamilton scoreless at the half. How about that one?
Ooh. And just a side note, PRC at Wayne County was delayed. They will start at 8:45 tonight.
Oh, so we dodged the rain. Hopefully we dodged the rain that they're getting. Hopefully it's going to be dry here much of the night. Lafayette on top of Grenada, by the way. That game's in the second quarter. It's 10-7. Lafayette on top of Grenada. You got some more scores over there?
I do. Strayhorn over Potsdam, 7-0 at the half. Also, the score doesn't surprise me that they're winning. It does surprise me that the score is not higher than it is. It's Madison Central over Murrah, 10-0 at the half.
Just 10-0?
Just 10-0.
Ooh. So Madison struggling with Murrah so far tonight. Excuse me. Pearl is not struggling with Meridian, 34-0. That was the last reported score we had. That game is in the second quarter, so Pearl taking it out. How about this one? 20 minutes ago from our friend Anthony McDougall at the Clarion Ledger. George County at the half over Brandon, 6-2.
Wow.
I mean, I knew it was baseball season, but I didn't know the hunt for October, was happening for homecoming there in Brandon. So
that's wild.
Is it really that shocking though? Is it
6-2?
Maybe 6-2. That's probably one of the craziest scores I've read tonight, or in a long time for that matter. 6-2 at the half. Let's see if we can get you some more scores here.
I've got a West Lauderdale and Leake Central. West Lauderdale 29-0 over Leake Central at half.
Let's see if we can get you some more scores here. Brought to you by Mississippi Ag at the half. Greene County and Sumrall. Greene County 35, Sumrall nothing.
I have a Raleigh over Crystal Springs 13-7 at the half. And also a West Point over Saltillo 27-0 also at the half.
We'll get you some more scores here as we'll step aside for another 2-minute break here. Come back and give you some more scores. It's halftime here. Our game of the week is at the half. 18-8, Macomb on top of South Pike. We're back in 2 minutes right here on the Spirit Media Network.
You often hear about Mississippi's best-kept secrets. If you're looking for the perfect place for your next weekend getaway or the just right setting for your wedding reception, look no further than the best-kept secret in Mississippi, the Cart Barn Inn. The Cart Barn Inn is tucked away in Bruce, Mississippi, less than 30 minutes from Oxford, and is a full-service bed and breakfast. Each room at the Cart Barn Inn is fully furnished, including flat-screen TVs, microwaves, refrigerators, wireless internet, comfortable seating areas, and docking stations for your smartphones just in case you forgot your charger. Enjoy breakfast in the morning or a nice evening walk in our privately fenced-in courtyard. Enjoy the game outside on our patio area or take a walk on our boardwalk to our private gazebo. Kay Tyler and her staff will meet every expectation during your stay. Call and book your reservation today at 662-983-7829 or log on to cartbarninn.com. Cart Barn Inn, the best kept secret in Mississippi.
Mississippi Hunters, did you know that Vance Sporting Goods has the largest gun selection in the state? Vance carries the lines you know and respect, like Browning and Benelli. And we've got plenty of ammo in stock too. Drop by and check out our new duck hunting section, complete with decoys and accessories. You'll be happy you did. If it's guns, it's at Vance. Vance Sporting Goods.
777 Highway 468 in Brandon, or visit us online.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. They offer fine interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
Awesome. And we welcome you back to the KDMC halftime report as it's 18-8, Macomb on top of South Pike here at the half as Jason Scarborough and Chris McDonald here with you in the press box as we're giving you some scores brought to you by Mississippi Ag. Our good friend Will the Thrill Watson just texted this score in. Jackson Prep and Jackson Academy, a nail-biter at the half. Jackson Prep on top, 14-10. Over Jackson Academy. Chris, you got some more scores over there?
I do. Moss Point 20-17 over St. Stanislaus just before the half. Also, McLaurin over St. Andrews 16-7.
Oh, how about that?
Got a few more here. Senatobia up over North Panola 14-6.
I saw that one. That one kind of surprised me a little bit.
It is. North Panola is pretty high ranked in their division. And by the way, update: the Philadelphia 17-14 over Scott Central.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Let's see, Lamar over Columbia. That's in Academy Sports. That's halftime. Lamar School over Columbia, 28-8 over Columbia Academy. Let me specify: Columbia Wildcats are still undefeated coming into tonight. Let's see. You mentioned the St. Stanislaus Moss Point score. You got another one over there?
Hernando and South Haven. Hernando 24, South Haven 14. Also,
I was just going to say real quick, for those of you watching at half, you're seeing our technical director, Logan Campbell, give you some highlights from the first half. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. Another update for you, Starkville over Germantown at the half, 27-0. That comes from our good friend Will the Thrill Watson. You got another score over there?
Kosciuszko 21, Choctaw Central 17 at the half.
Goodness. So scores across the state tonight. A lot of teams battling the weather last night. Taylorsville and Bay Springs, there was a delay last night as some rain came through Taylorsville and put that game in a little bit of a delay. Taylorsville responding last night as you look at some of the replays from the first half here. Brought to you by King's Daughters Medical Center. Laurel was playing a good one tonight. And so a lot of games going on across the state tonight as we get into this region schedule. You've been here for the game for the most part here tonight, so I'll ask you your thoughts on this ball game here so far.
Wild.
Yeah.
If I had to sum it up in one word, it's been a little wild. Really, it's been just kind of a ground and pound game in a lot of ways. A lot of running, a lot of tempo.
I'll tell you, one of the things that we were talking about, Jeff and I were talking about, is both of these teams, they primarily run the football. But we've seen both quarterbacks try to go to the air several times tonight. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect that on a wet football field tonight. And both teams going to the air quite a bit tonight, connecting on a couple of touchdown passes. So, of course, South Pike, their touchdown coming on the ground. But Macomb able to connect on a touchdown pass or a couple of touchdown passes there in that first half. So, very interesting to see the Tiger offense kind of open up that playbook just a little bit there in that first half of play.
Yeah, I was going to say, Roberson's made some really nice passes, especially on the run. They've been right on the money. He's been very impressive in the first half.
18-8, and we were telling you coming into tonight's ball game, when you look at the overall series, 23-15-1, South Pike actually leading the all-time series. And the Eagles have won the last two. Before that, the Tigers and Macomb had won 5 in a row. So this is kind of a series of streaks when you look at the last 10, 15 years. So don't know what's in store for the second half, but we know one thing: it should be entertaining. We'll take another 2-minute break and come back, look at some more scores, get you all set for the second half as we're live at Southwest Mississippi Community College. Macomb 18, South Pike 8. Here at the intermission. We're back in 2 minutes right here on the Spirit Media Network.
A smile is one of the first things most people notice. And for over a decade, Germany Dental has helped change smiles for thousands of people across Mississippi.
I was so embarrassed about my teeth that I never smiled. But now that I have dental implants and cosmetic veneers from Germany Dental, I can't stop smiling. My decision to see Dr. Germany literally changed my life.
Germany Dental, changing lives, one smile at a time. Call 601-825-4746 today.
With 2 boys, I know about suspicious odors.
But CenterPoint Energy taught me something important. If I smell rotten eggs, it might be a gas leak. I should leave on foot immediately and call both CenterPoint Energy and 911 from a safe location. I also never store flammables like paint or gasoline near my natural gas appliances. One spark is all it takes to ignite fumes.
CenterPoint Energy provides tips to help you keep your family safe. CenterPoint Energy, always there.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
And we welcome you back just a few minutes before the second half starts here. We welcome you back to the Friday Night End Zone Game of the Week. Macomb 18, South Pike 8. A look at some of the plays from the first half. Some of the highlights here brought to you by KDMC. And, of course, this big kickoff return. I believe this was the kickoff return that set up Macomb for a touchdown. And, of course, there's McGee on the big kickoff return to start. Macomb's taking the lead there. They scored later on as McGee returned that kickoff. It was caught from behind. And look at a couple other plays here from the first half as the band continues to play here at the intermission. We're glad that you're hanging out with us, whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at spiritmedianet.com. What'd you think about that kickoff return earlier?
He had great blocking. Yeah, hats off to Macomb. They executed perfectly.
We'll take a look at the pick six here in just a second. That, Macomb, they've got 3 takeaways, and here's a look at the pick six from earlier. And this is what started the scoring tonight, this pick six by Macomb. Didn't know if he was going to get in, and he did. So Macomb with the pick six there, and that's the scoring tonight, 6-0. So Macomb with 3 takeaways defensively there in that first half. They were able to get a turnover on special teams on the ricochet as well. And so several big plays for Macomb tonight as they lead 18-8. And South Pike will get the football to start the second half here just a few minutes away. Looking for a big second half. What would you tell South Pike if you were Coach Brinson Wall and you're down 18-8 and you've made multiple mistakes and given the ball away? What are you telling your team?
First off, hang on to the ball. You give up 2 fumbles back to back. You got to hang on to the ball to start. Maintain. Just play smart. That's the biggest key is play smart football.
Look at some of the other plays from the first half here. So Macomb able, and we talked about it, they don't throw the football a good bit, or they haven't so far this year, but they've thrown 2 touchdown passes there in that first half. So they're on top 18-8 here at halftime as we're just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. We'll take another 2-minute break, come back, get you all set for the second half of plays. We're back in 2 minutes on the Spirit Media Network.
Mississippi Hunters, did you know that Vance Sporting Goods has the largest gun selection in the state? Vance carries the lines you know and respect, like Browning and Benelli. And we've got plenty of ammo in stock too. Drop by and check out our new duck hunting section, complete with decoys and accessories. You'll be happy you did. If it's guns, it's at Vance. Vance Sporting Goods.
777 Highway 468 in Brandon, or visit us online.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. They offer fine interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
Need your business to stand out and pop? Then it's time to visit Polshap's Screen Print and Embroidery in Brandon. Polshap's can custom design your marketing campaigns with custom screen printing, embroidery, and promotional materials that set you apart from the competition. Speaking of setting apart, Polshap's does all their work in-house from start to finish. No outsourcing, meaning faster turnaround time and lower prices for you, the customer. Visit Polshaps.com to find out more and get started on standing out.
A smile is one of the first things most people notice. And for over a decade, Germany Dental has helped change smiles for thousands of people across Mississippi.
I was so embarrassed about my teeth that I never smiled. But now that I have dental implants and cosmetic veneers from Germany Dental, I can't stop smiling. My decision to see Dr. Germany literally changed my life.
Germany Dental, changing lives, one smile at a time. Call 601-825-4746 today.
And we welcome you back as we're just a couple of moments away from the start of the second half. I'm Jason Scarborough. Jeff Ead is here. Logan Campbell is over here punching up all the right buttons. Don Newman-Kazari doing camera work tonight. A phenomenal job on camera work. Chris McDonald is here as well. And we're getting ready for the start of the second half. 18-8. Macomb on top of South Pike. 3 takeaways for this Macomb defense in the first half. 1 takeaway on special teams that led to a score. We talked about the ground and pound coming in for both of these teams, but Macomb, they've got 2 passing touchdowns in the first half. Many of their points coming off of mistakes by South Pike.
Yeah, and we talked about pregame, too, about how the multiple threats both teams have and their ability to capitalize on those multiple threats. We've seen multiple quarterbacks, multiple running backs, but getting back to the mistakes, that's any game to focus on the job at hand and executing the plays the coaches are calling. And it doesn't always work out that way. You've got a rivalry game, the hype, the adrenaline, nervousness. And then when Macomb, who is kind of the underdog, starts to take the lead, then South Pike says, hey, wait a minute, this wasn't supposed to happen. And so that makes them even more nervous. And so it's the coach's job at halftime to regroup and say, guys, the game's half over. It's not over. So there's still plenty of time. Focus on what you're supposed to do, execute the job, and capitalize.
And that's what's crazy when you look at it. It's all the mistakes that South Pike has made. It's only a 10-point ball game. It's a 2-possession game. So if you're South Pike, a couple of plays, you're right back in it. For Macomb, you got to be thinking, all right, we've got 4 takeaways in the first half. We're only up by 10 points. We've got to stretch this lead. We've got to make a couple more stops. South Pike, you're like, hey, we're only a couple of plays away from getting right back in this thing. This is a long way from being over. All the comments on Facebook say the same thing.
Yeah, and for on the defensive side for both teams, like I said right before halftime, they've been consistent. There have been these standout plays that have increased the score for Macomb, but that doesn't say that South Pike has not been doing their job. The score is 18-8, but that doesn't mean that South Pike hasn't been doing what they're supposed to do. We talked about the consistency on defense that they needed to have going into the game, and both sides have been able to do that. I think it does come down to offense and the offensive coaching scheme, the chess match that we talked about earlier. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a rivalry game. You can't ever count any of them out. Just like last week when we talked about Pearl, you can't ever count out, Pearl. You can't count out either team in a rivalry game. They will find that drive. They will find what it's going to take to succeed in a rivalry game.
All right, so we'll switch back to the field now as we're almost ready for the second half of play, as it'll be South Pike getting the football first. And we'll see what the Eagles come up with here, as it's 18-8.
South Pike's ready. They're out there saying, okay, let's go. We're ready.
Might have been a little adjustment there at the half, I might think.
I'm sure there was. I'm sure there were a few choice words to ignite some fire in them.
So you've got undefeated South Pike at 6-0, and then Macomb at 4-1. And both of these squads looking to start off region play with a win. Weather delays in the Pine Belt causing havoc. West Jones and South Jones postponed until further notice. Brookhaven Laurel in a lightning delay. No word on a start time. This comes from our friend Will the Thrill Watson.
Will the Thrill.
Oh, yeah. You met Will the Thrill?
Once. I met Will once.
That's right. Macomb's taking quite a bit of time here to start. this second half. As South Pike, they've been out there in return formation for a few minutes, and finally the Tigers are making their way out onto the field. So it'll be Tidwell to author the kick to start the second half. Appreciate all of you watching on Facebook. We encourage you to share the link.
Tell your friends and family, there's a great game going on. Tune in.
The atmosphere, again, I mean, there are folks standing up all the way around.
Yeah, that drone footage earlier was
man.
out. That was insane. We definitely need to look into getting one of those.
Dr. Andrew Dale here at Southwest Mississippi Community College, just doing a phenomenal job of accommodating us tonight. And Mr. Nathan Wells helping us out as well. Folks here at Southwest been tremendous so far. Walked in and saw our Game of the Week logo and our Spirit Media Network logo on the scoreboard Jumbotron. So they've taken care of us here tonight as Tidwell is going to put this one in the air, and it's an end-over-end kick. Here's the return by South Pike. A good return to start the second half, and coming across the 30 is going to be Reynolds, and a good return. They'll spot him at around the 32. And here come the Eagles offense. What do you expect to see here on the first couple of plays from South Pike?
I think we're going to see some consistency, maybe some short passes. I'd like to see some misdirection and maybe some runs to the outside, but I think the hitch, the slant, those are going to be some quick short passes, good yardage for the first down to create that momentum. We need to get that tempo going if you're South Pike.
Jason Scarborough, Jeffy, Logan Campbell with you as it'll be Turner on the quarterback keeper, and he'll pick up 3 yards out to the 35-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 3. Second down and 7.
Right back to that ground and pound that we anticipated going into this game. And I think to keep the defense guessing, like we discussed, it's going to be a defensive game to see who's going to step up.
Turner, your quarterback, in the shotgun. He's going to turn and hand here to his running back, churning those legs. And he's going to be shy of the 40-yard line on the carry here for South Pike. Is number 5 on the carry. That's going to be Kadarius Jackson. We saw 2-3 running backs used by the South Pike Eagles on offense in that first half, and it paid off for them. They face a 3rd down and 4 here, just shy of the 39. Turner on the quarterback keeper, runs into a wall, churns the legs, and he's got the Mississippi Ag first down. Starting the fourth quarter, Jackson Prep on top of Jackson Academy 21-17 as the premier matchup in the MAIS is a nail-biter.
On the KDMC replay, you're going to see the offensive line make some great blocks in that quarterback draw. Kept his legs moving and got the first down.
They'll spot him just shy of the 45-yard line. Turner going to turn and hand once again, and a big hole right up the middle inside Tiger territory. And on the carry once again, Kadarius Jackson, the senior, all 5'5", 145 pounds of him.
See on the replay there that just that drive and determination to get on through there. Hey, I could be wrong. If the ground and pound's working,
why not keep with it, right?
You got it.
Turner, your quarterback, going to turn and hand to a different running back in the ball game. We see lightning in the distance. Hope that doesn't come this way. Is on the carry is number 4, Cam Reynolds, who returned the kickoff to start the second half. We'll call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
I imagine the offensive line coach had a good conversation with his boys. They're just too big to not do some damage and some good blocking.
Turner in the shotgun where he's been most of the night, going to fake and keep, and he spins his way inside the 30, close to a face mask. And Turner comes up, and he's not happy about how he was tackled. Feel like he was harassed a little extra there by Jonah Johns, and also looked like that was, let's see here, I think that was number 53 as well, Tate Deer.
Yeah, Tate Deer was one of the other standout linebackers that they talked about.
3rd down and 5 for the Eagles. Here's Turner on the quarterback keeper coming near side. The first down looks like he's got it just inside the 35, down to the 32. The Mississippi Ag first down will move the chains once again.
Yeah, here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the drive going to the outside. He's got plenty of blocking, and just the defense steps up and contains there. Unfortunately, they were able to get the first down.
Good drive for South Pike to start this second half. As we tick towards 9 minutes, here's a handoff. Looks like that's Johnson once again inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line. And it is going to be Kadarius Jackson, not Johnson, as he'll pick up close to 5 yards. We'll call it a gain of actually 6 yards. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Eagles. And tempo, here we go again, Jeff, with
That's
the
right.
tempo by Turner. Flank to his left shoulder. Running back. Looks like that's going to be Jackson on the carry again, and he's close to the Mississippi Ag first down. Looks like he's going to be about a yard shy. It'll be 3rd down and 1, just shy of the 22.
That lighting is getting a little bit closer, and we'll check the radar here for us.
You didn't play a meteorologist on TV, but you did stay at Holiday Inn.
Exactly. There you go.
I had to get that in. Turner on the quarterback keeper. He's got the 1st down and more. Eludes a couple of tacklers and gets inside the 15. He's inside the KDMC red zone with the Mississippi Ag 1st down.
There's that determination and drive we've been talking about here on the KDMC replay. You're going to see that offensive line just developing the play perfectly, and that drive to move the sticks.
This drive has eaten up 4 minutes or over 4 minutes already. Turner going to hand to his running back at the Tiger defense. Johnny on the spot there as the handoff goes to, I want to say that's number 5 once again, and it is Jackson. So it's been Jackson and Reynolds and Turner on this drive.
Yeah, the multiple threats that we talked about earlier on offense, it keeps the defense guessing.
2nd down and 8, just outside the 10-yard line for Turner. Shotgun snap, he's going to keep it. Stutter step now comes to the right. He's got Pasture, a race for the corner, and a touchdown for the Eagles. Dontavius Turner, his 2nd touchdown run of the night. And South Pike not done yet.
Yeah, here on the replay, you're going to see him bounce out to the outside, and the defense is unable to contain, and he just walks in untouched. Great effort by Turner there.
So let's see what South Pike elects to do here. 18-14, will they go for 2? And it looks like they will. The big formation once again, the handoff to the linebacker. Lost his helmet, or a defender lost their helmet, and plunging across there is number 42 for South Pike. That's the starting linebacker, Angus Armstrong, his 2nd 2-point conversion score of the night. And you look at the KDMC replay, they didn't have a chance at stopping Armstrong.
They didn't, and it was the exact same 2-point conversion play. And, hey, again, if it works, don't quit. Keep doing it. Keep using it. So here we are. We talked about them being able to come out here in the second half and continue that momentum and that tempo, driving it into the end zone. For the points, they're never out. Never out. South Pike really stepped it up. They regrouped at halftime, obviously. Offensive line did their jobs blocking. The running backs did their jobs hitting the holes, and they're able to come up with the points on the board.
Another look at the KDMC replay. Armstrong, I mean, you called it. I mean, exact same play earlier, and one of the Tiger defenders lost his helmet there. And that drive ate up almost 5 minutes off the clock to start this 3rd quarter. That's exactly what you want if you're South Pike and Coach Brinson Wall. So now the Eagles will kick. End over end kick, taking it around the 15. Not a very deep kick as the Tigers come up. And they'll get across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And so the Tigers will get their first crack at it offensively.
Now, if South Pike's defense can come out and maintain their consistency, and if McComb can come out and carrying the tempo and the momentum that they had going into the halftime without those mistakes and those mental errors, then they'll be able to drive down. It's been a back-and-forth game the whole game. I don't see that changing anytime soon.
Anderson was the man that returned that kickoff, and so now the Tigers, let's see what they do here. Roberson had a phenomenal first half there. We'll have an update for you here in just a moment from some other games across the state. Is Roberson going to fake, and he's going to keep, and he is going to be upended. Coming up to make the tackle is number 24, Tylon Batiste, the junior Willie linebacker. Only a gain of 1 yard, Jeff, and you look at the KDMC replay, he had nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go, and he was in the right position at the right time, made a perfect form tackle, and drove him into the ground.
Lightning continues to flicker in the distance, as Brookhaven and Laurel has been postponed until Monday at 5 p.m. in Laurel. So many games being affected. That comes from our good friend Will the Thrill Watson. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Leading this game, 18-6. Slant pass caught near the first down. And going to be shy maybe by a yard. They may give it to him.
They got a good spot on it. Let's see. Yep, they gave it to him.
The Mississippi Ag first down. And what a throw here by Roberson.
Absolutely. And, again, talking about the slants for South Pike, same thing for Macomb. It's the same game plan. They're virtually the same team. They're just going right back and forth, keeping it mixed.
1st and 10 just shy of the 45. Here's the handoff across the 45. Carrying folks with him. And can't see the number just yet. We'll wait till he gets up. And on the carry going to be Anderson, one of the slot backs here. The senior gets about 3, maybe 4 yards, and I think I just heard thunder in the distance.
So this is the mix-up I was referring to earlier. You know, they ran it to the outside, then they threw a little slant, and then they ran it to the inside. You know, keeping it moving and keeping the defense guessing and the defensive coaches guessing is going to be the key to driving down the field, building that tempo and that momentum.
2nd down and 6 coming up for the Tigers. Play clock down to 10 seconds. Game clock inside 5.5 minutes in the 3rd quarter. A 2-point ball game. Roberson back to pass, rolling to his right. Now he's going to take off, and he's going to be hammered from behind and sacked. Looked like he might have tried to get away there. Almost got away. Going to be tackled from behind here as you look at the KDMC replay. Nowhere to go once again.
Yeah, number 9, Brandon Dean comes in here and takes care of what everybody else already started. He just had nowhere to go.
Zebedee Harris was chasing and giving pursuit from behind. And now the Macomb Tigers facing a 3rd down and 10. And now the official has stopped the clock here. He's called an official's timeout. With lightning in the distance and everything, why not? 4:56 in the 3rd quarter, a 2-point ball game. What a game here tonight. Macomb 18, South Pike 16. We're back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
And we welcome you back after the official's timeout, as we do see lightning in the distance over the softball field here. And we're hoping that we can get this one in. It is quite the ball game so far.
You know, I always hated that. You know, when I was playing, when you're on the drive, you've got the momentum, and the officials call a timeout, and that just breaks it. Let's see.
3rd down and 10 for the Tigers here. They've got trips to the near side for Roberson. He's back to pass. A flag comes in and stops everything. And this could go against McGee. I think he got out of his stance just a little too early.
Yeah, just a little bit, and that's unfortunate because that was a well-designed play, and wide receiver was wide open. Had that, they may come back to that again later because that was a great design play.
And by the way, we're looking at the radar for those of you watching at home. It looks like we might get walloped here in just a little bit. There's a lot of lightning in the distance, and certainly hope we're able to get this one in. But we see some sails to our east moving this way. Lightning in the distance continues to build. 3rd and 15. Back to pass is Roberson. Flag comes in once again. Stops everything.
Well, we talked about those careless errors and, you know, making the mistakes of just like that. The false starts 2 in a row. You can't do that. You just can't. And not and win.
Killer mistakes. It's now 3rd down and 20 for the Tigers. 4:31 and counting here in this 3rd quarter of play.
I know it's got to be frustrating for Coach Brown.
Let's see what the Tigers do here, up by 2. As Roberson's going to send trips to the near side. Back to pass. Roberson, pressure coming, rolls to his right. He's in trouble, and he's going to be tackled. Roberson is sacked, and there's Dean once again with help from number 7, Brennan Felder. They call him Buddy Felder, leading tackler this season for the Eagles, and we've got another timeout.
Interesting to note that that was the exact same pass play that they were going to run. And, again, he was open, but he drove to the right, and there was just nothing for him. He couldn't get loose to throw the pass. They're going to come back to that play because it's working every time they run it.
The official pointed that he was going to call an official's timeout and then wound his clock, or his arm, not his actual clock, wound his arm.
10 seconds on the clock, play clock.
That was interesting. Tigers have to get it away. 3 seconds on the play clock. Here it is to Tidwell. It's blocked! Blocked by the Eagles. They're going to pick it up. A scoop and score for South Pike. And on the return is number 24, Tylon Batiste.
Here we go on the KDMC replay. They just rushed the middle, blocked it, perfect block. And then they couldn't get a hold of it, picked it up. Like you said, scoop and score. Batiste had the mindset and the focus to capitalize on the block. Great job by the defense.
Unbelievable.
And the crowd goes crazy with lightning in the distance on a Friday night in South Mississippi. Great night for football. Look at that.
So they wave off. There was a penalty that was on the field. They wave it off. They've not put the points on the scoreboard just yet.
Yes, so when I say the crowd went nuts, so did the players. They all rushed down way past their boundary line there, and I think that was the penalty.
That's a great shot there by Don to get the crowd there on the far side for South Pike. And now they do put the points on the board, so it's 22-16 South Pike, and they're going to go for two once again. Wonder what play they're going to run. Here's a handoff, and it's snuffed out this time by the Tiger defense, as that play did not have a chance. On the carry was number 6, Chris Royal. He's been in on every two-point conversion try. No good. And you look at, again, here's a look at the blocked punt. And that never had a chance. And
no.
I'm going to be honest with you. On that drive, I just kept feeling McComb, they kept going back. They kept going backwards. And I felt like something was about to happen. I don't know why I felt that way. Like a pick six, a fumble, something was about to happen because McComb just did not look right on that possession.
Well, I imagine you know a thing or two because you've seen a thing or two over the past,
yeah.
few years.
You just kind of have a feeling sometimes when you watch a team or you watch a game and you say, all right, something's about to happen here. And you just felt like South Pike was about to come up with a play, and they did.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was that determination that we talked about, that they received at halftime, because this is a different team coming out from when South Pike went in for halftime. They came out, totally different team, totally different mindset, and the momentum has been going back and forth.
Looking at the radar, we may be seeing some rain here in just a little bit. Hopefully the radar's lying to us.
Hopefully it's just rain and not the lightning we've been seeing.
Here's a kick down the middle, a little squibber going to be taken by the Tigers on the hop. Coming near side, trying to look for some blocks. It's Adams. Adams is going to be chopped down. Actually, check that. That's McGee on the return for McComb.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see that that wedge is perfectly formed, and he just decided to kick it to the outside. That was a block in the back there that they missed, but he kept his legs driving and was able to pick up some more yards after the contact.
Referee Jeff Eade here.
It's called like I see him. Now, they got punched in the jaw. Let's see how they respond.
And again, this game has been so interesting because just when you think a team's going to pull away, it's only 4 points, 10 points, whatever the case is. This is only a 4-point ball game, but momentum on the side of South Pike. And now in trouble again is Roberson, grabbed from behind by his jersey, manages to get the pass away and still on his feet fighting for yardage. What effort here by Jaquavian Anderson, who caught it off of his shoe tops here, Jeff.
Yeah, it was a great. Watch this on the KDMC replay. He's just driving. What do I do? Oh, great mindset, great focus. Gets it to him. Then yards after contact, keeps his legs moving, driving, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, is able to pick up a few more yards. Here we got 2nd and 5.
Unbelievable play. Good pursuit there by this Eagle defense. 2nd and 5, just shy of the 40. Roberson going to take the snap and fake the handoff, and he is spun down for the sack. Jermichael Dillon with a big tackle here, a major loss all the way back behind the 35.
And Batiste, boy, he's having a good game too. Number 24, you'll see him come in for the joint sack there at the end, helping set that up. Great focus. And again, going back to what we talked about earlier about the focus and the consistency of the defense in containing the outside.
We've got a timeout on the field. McComb wants to talk about it. We'll take the timeout with him. We're back in 30 seconds right here on the Spirit Media Network.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
And we welcome you back. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Apparently, McComb had called a timeout before that play. That's the only thing that I can think about here because it looked like the sack occurred even further back here, Jeff, but they're saying no. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Looks like it was going to be 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case. I think they called a timeout right before the ball was snapped.
2:13 in this 3rd quarter of play. 22-18, South Pike with a block punt moments ago and a scoop and score. Roberson, your quarterback. He's going to send Anderson to the right. He's got twins to the near side. Roberson going to take the snap and hand off. Going far side, and the hole closes quick. Looks like that handoff was to Herbert, and not much doing. He does pick up 5 of the yards they needed, maybe 6. And if you're Coach Willie Brown, you might think about going for it here. He's thinking about it. He says, no, let's punt it away.
Yeah, defense did a great job containing on the outside, on the cutback. It was a well-designed play, but defense stepped up.
And if you're McComb, you want to guard against another block punt here. If you're Tidwell, you know they're going to be coming. Tidwell with his heels inside the 30 and around the 28-yard line. Clock rolling as we approach 90 seconds in this 3rd quarter of play.
We talked about special teams and their blocked punts coming into the game.
Looked like you might have had offside against South Pike, but Tidwell does get it away here. And it's going to be down at the 20-yard line as South Pike will take over there. I thought I might have seen offside there.
I think you did too. But they didn't call it, and that's the way it goes sometimes.
That would have resulted in a first down. Let's look at the replay. Yeah, it looked like 32 was a bit early there for South Pike. All right, so now if you're McComb, your defense has been pretty much your MVP tonight so far. 3 takeaways. They have a takeaway on special teams as well. So if you're McComb here, you're thinking dial up the defense. If you're South Pike, they're thinking if we can get a score here, we get a little distance this time.
That's right. See if we can keep the momentum going from the last time we were on offense.
1st and 10 from the 21 as taking the snap is Turner. He's going to fake the handoff and keep himself, and he churns those legs out near the 25. We'll call it a gain of close to 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the South Pike Eagles.
Yeah, the McComb defense really stepped up that play and shut down the run. If they can maintain their consistency, that's the name of tonight. It's the consistency.
They give him a gain of 4. So 2nd and 6, Turner going to turn in hand, and a big hole right up the middle is number 5. He's off to the races. That's going to be Jackson all the way down close to the 40-yard line in McComb territory for the Mississippi Ag. First down.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the offensive line do a great job blocking scheme, and the running back just drove straight through, just like he's supposed to, run north, and then kicked it out to the outside and got tackled from behind. Great effort by the offensive line and great effort by the running back.
30 seconds and counting in this 3rd quarter. Turner just stumbles when he got the snap and barely got it away to the running back. That's number 10, Johnson. I think Johnson picked up the crazy carry there. It looked like Turner just fell down, and it looks like Jackson turned and picked it up. That was
crazy.
crazy.
Very awkward. The way he came down like that is just so instantly. You know, he had that ankle injury last year they were telling us about before the game.
Well, that's how the third quarter will come to an end. And what an eventful third quarter for both teams. 22-18, only 4 points separate South Pike and Macomb. We're back in 60 seconds right here on the Spirit Media Network.
Mississippi Hunters, did you know that Vance Sporting Goods has the largest gun selection in the state? Vance carries the lines you know and respect, like Browning and Benelli. And we've got plenty of ammo in stock, too. Drop by and check out our new duck hunting section, complete with decoys and accessories. You'll be happy you did. If it's guns, it's at Vance. Vance Sporting Goods.
777 Highway 468 in Brandon, or visit us online.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. They offer fine interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
Mississippi Hunters, did you know that Vance Sporting Goods has the largest gun selection in the state? Vance carries the lines you know and respect, like Browning and Benelli. And we've got plenty of ammo in stock, too. Drop by and check out our new duck hunting section, complete with decoys and accessories. You'll be happy you did. If it's guns, it's at Vance. Vance Sporting Goods.
777 Highway 468 in Brandon, or visit us online.
And we welcome you back to open the fourth quarter. The pass is tipped and incomplete as Turner was trying to get it to his receiver on the outside, Alex Adams. It'll be 3rd down and 12 for the South Pike Eagles, as South Pike leading this ball game 22-18 over Macomb. Macomb led at the half 18-8. And we welcome you back to the press box here at Southwest Mississippi Community College. Jason Scarborough, Jeff Eade, Logan Campbell, Newman Kazari, and Chris McDonald all with you here as Macomb looks like they're going to jump offside, and that'll cost Coach Willie Brown's squad 5 yards. And here's the crazy thing. We talked about it during the break. The biggest lead of tonight has been 10 points by Macomb.
Yeah.
And you would think right now that South Pike is up by 2 touchdowns, maybe 3 touchdowns. It's only a 4-point ball game, but the momentum has been shifted just favorably, immeasurably in the favor of South Pike. That's why it feels that way.
Absolutely. And they've just done a great job coming out. Like I said, it's a brand new team, second half.
Here's Turner. Turner navigating his way through defenders and picks up the Mississippi Ag first down to the 30-yard line. What a run by Turner.
Yeah, that USM commit Turner just keeping his legs driving, just getting whatever he can, yardage after contact.
Turner with a big carry there. Keeps the clock moving. 1st and 10 for Turner and the Eagles. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be, looks like that's Johnson, and Johnson is going to get inside the KDMC red zone. And another Mississippi Ag first down, as that'll be actually Jackson on the carry. And the Eagles, that offensive line, boy, they're really starting to lean on that undersized Macomb Tiger defensive line.
Absolutely, averaging 280 across the line is just massive. When they get their schemes down right, that's what they produce is yardage.
South Pike trying to go to 7-0. Macomb trying to hand them their first loss of the season. Blitz coming. Turner gets away from it, gets to the outside, lowers his head, and he's going to be shy of the 10-yard line and around the 11-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and short for the Eagles.
Yeah, it was a great attempt on the blitz. It's a good call. It just didn't turn out. Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Turner just taking it to the outside for a nice pickup.
Good job by Newman on the camera work tonight.
Outstanding, as usual.
Logan doing a fantastic job on the replay tonight. And Jason and Jeff, just glad to be here with you tonight. Those of you watching on Facebook, we appreciate you guys so much. Turner going to hand off, coming left side, and looks like the ball is loose. The ball is loose. There's a fumble. Who was able to get back on it? As it looked like the Eagles were able to pounce back on it, and they were. And you've got an injured Macomb Tiger on the play as well. Let's look here as the ball was fumbled, and it looks like it went right back to the running back on the carry was Brandon Johnson, and he was able to pounce right back on it. You've got an injured Tiger on the field as well. Can't see the number from here.
Offensive line did a great job picking up the stunts on the defense. You know, Macomb is trying everything they can. They're throwing everything at that offensive line. And South Pike's just got the momentum, and they're executing just like we talked about.
10:48 remaining in the ball game. It's 22-18 South Pike on top of Macomb. We take a break, and we're back in 30 seconds on the Spirit Media Network.
Family owned and operated since 1986, Lakeside Molding has become the trusted source of architectural products throughout the South. They offer fine interior architectural moldings, custom millwork, and cabinet doors designed and handcrafted in Flowwood. Their showroom on Lakeland Drive is stocked with today's most sought-after interior details, including corbels, post, fireplace mantles, bath vanities, butcher block islands, mirrors, and much more. Tim Shoemaker and his staff work closely to meet client needs for new construction, restoration, and remodeling projects. Lakeside Molding, where details make the difference.
And we welcome you back. The injured Tiger for Macomb is going to be number 59. Looks like that's Jameer Lewis. And you can't afford to lose him if you're Macomb, the starting defensive tackle. As it'll be first and goal now for the South Pike Eagles, up by 4, looking to extend this lead here. Going to be the Wildcat. The snap, direct snap to the running back here. That's number 4. Going to be Cam Reynolds, who gets a couple of yards to the 4. It'll be second and goal from that point.
Yeah, like you called the Wildcat, was another threat the South Pike Eagles have had tonight, keeping the defense guessing.
Looks like they're going to go with the Wildcat once again, and it's going to be Reynolds. Reynolds trying to get to the end zone. Did he break the plane? He's going to be in the end zone. The line judge here on the near side says touchdown, South Pike. And you hear the reaction from the other side of the field as we look at the KDMC replay here.
You'll see him drive to the right. The offensive line is driving to the right, and he cuts back to the left. And just what great effort to get across the goal line for the touchdown.
So that will stretch the lead, 28-18. South Pike on top by 10, and they will go for 2. A different formation this time. Looks like it's going to be number 10 taking the snap. Brandon Johnson, we've seen him tote the rock a couple of times. 2-point conversion try, no good as Johnson is slung back. And give credit there to Quatavius Harris, who makes the tackle. And so a 10-point lead now for South Pike as they lead 28-18. We will keep it here. And this is interesting. It was 18-8 at the half. Macomb rolling up by 10. And it has been just an outburst, just an explosion by South Pike here in the second half. When you look at what they've been able to do, 20 unanswered points, and now they lead by 10. Plenty of time in this ball game. You've got 9:56 remaining, but you got to give credit to South Pike. We said it at the half. They're going to make adjustments. Who will make the better adjustments so far at South Pike?
Yeah, Coach Wall did a great job, obviously, at reassessing, you know, what their team is going to do going into the second half. He was able to light their fire, and they've come out. They've been a totally different team, executing the plays on every aspect. This is, I think, what a lot of people anticipated South Pike doing coming into this game. They didn't do that in the first half. They got their adjustments and during the halftime, and here they are capitalizing on that execution.
There's the kick, going to be an end-over-end kick, not a very deep kick. A one-handed attempt at the catch on the return, and now coming near side, blockers in front, manages to get out to the 25-yard line. On the return looks like that's going to be, I want to say that's Anderson on the return, and it is. Attempted the one-handed return there on the catch.
He almost had it.
Yeah, he did.
But you know, great effort. You know, these Macomb Tigers, they're not out of it either. They're doing their best, and their level of effort has not decreased. They're just getting outplayed right now.
Right. And you do question, you look at the sideline here. The coach is trying to keep the players up, saying, hey, change the body language. Still plenty of time in this ball game. I mean, we're just inside 10 minutes.
That's right. Get your chin up. This game's not over yet.
Play clock down to 4 seconds. And Roberson going to take the snap, handoff to his running back, coming near side, lowering the head, and muscling out for a gain of about 2 yards, maybe 3. And on the carry, looks like that's Anderson. They'll give him a gain of a couple, 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, he was hitting the backfield, and yards after contact, he was still able to pick up a few yards. Great effort yet again.
So you see McComb's not going away from the run just yet. They managed to give him a gain of 3, actually, 2nd down and 7. Plenty of time here in this ball game. 28-18, South Pike. And now the handoff to Anderson going far side. Nothing doing. He's going to lose the yardage that he gained on 1st down. And nothing doing there for McComb on 2nd down.
I noticed the pulling guard was just a little too slow coming off the line there on the snap. I don't know if it was a bad snap count or if that was a busted play, but something didn't seem right. Slowed him down enough for the defense to take advantage.
It seems like they'll drain that play clock all the way down to about 5 seconds before they really kind of get it in gear. 3rd down and 10 is what we'll call it from about the 24. Roberson back to pass. Clean pocket. Now it breaks down. He runs to the right. Roberson going to throw downfield. The pass is almost intercepted. And a flag comes in at the end of the play. And I think this is going to be either holding or roughing the passer. Let's check and see on the replay, because Roberson took quite a pop, and it is going to be personal foul, roughing the passer on Dean. We couldn't see it from that angle there, but Roberson took a shot from Dean.
Yeah, just a little overzealous, but give credit, because that was a hard pass to make, and it shows that he has the arm. I think if McComb's going to make a big difference, it's going to have to be some more passing. They're going to have to get out of the rushing.
That's a big That's a big penalty too, because now you not only do you keep the possession if you're McComb, you're moving out to the 40-yard line, and again, it's still plenty of time in this ball game. 1st and 10 now for the Macomb Tigers. Trips to the near side for Roberson. There's the snap. He's back to pass. Pressure coming. He's in trouble. Roberson steps up, runs into his own man, and he is beside himself as he had Pastor but ran into, it looks like, his center or his left guard there.
Yeah, and I've noticed that, when he gets that pressure, he starts to dance. He starts to move, and he just needs to have a little bit more self-discipline to stay in the pocket. He did have some receivers open, but once his play just kind of started to fall apart, he gets a little anxious and on the run.
He's got twins to the far side, one receiver to the near side. 2nd and 11 from the 39. He's back to pass. He's got time. Now the pocket breaks down. Now he's going to take off and run. He's got Pasture. Now goes backwards, and he's going to be slung down. Had Pasture on the outside there, Jeff. But give credit to Batiste, who's got the punt return for the touchdown, the scoop and score earlier. And he comes up with a big tackle here.
Yeah, Batiste is having a great game. You see him closing in, and great open field tackle for the loss.
Loss of 3 yards back to the 37. It'll be 3rd down and 13 coming up for the Macomb Tigers. Clock is rolling here in this 4th and final quarter. We're inside 7 minutes. South Pike on top, 28-18. It's been 20 unanswered points here in the 2nd half for the South Pike Eagles, looking to go 7-0. Macomb not done yet. Roberson back to pass. Roberson rockets one, and it's caught on a slant pass. And out to the 40-yard line in South Pike territory. On the reception is number 13, Edric Spurlock. Had a touchdown reception in the 1st half and comes up with a big catch there for the Mississippi Ag 1st down.
Yeah, the KDMC replay, you're going to see a perfect slant route run and a perfect throw right on target, right in between 2 defenders. What a great play. We had just talked about how they need to start implementing that slant and that pass. He's got an arm. Roberson's got an arm. Let's use it.
1st and 10 just outside the 40. of South Pike. Play clock down to 15 seconds. Roberson's got trips to the near side. He's going to roll to the right. Roberson looking. Steps up, now wants to throw long. Towards the end zone, a wobbly pass is intercepted by South Pike. Intercepted and down at the 1-yard line. It hung up in the air, plenty of air under the pass, but not enough distance. And South Pike comes up with the turnover.
Well, we were talking about him having the arm, and he just, you know what, he just did not have the spiral on it, which makes a big difference. That aerodynamics on the football, it just came up short, and a well-timed jump, perfect. Great job, Don.
Tyrone Stewart, the sophomore, with his second interception. The Eagle cornerback, second pick of the year, comes up with a timely interception.
Great effort.
There's a problem. The Eagles have it. They'll spot it just outside the 1-yard line. So if you're South Pike, you want to churn some clock here and get out of here with a win. And you see many of the Macomb Tiger fans making their way for the exits.
Wow.
You still got 6 minutes in the ball game, and the Tiger faithful saying, we've seen enough. Still a 10-point ball game, and Macomb still with 2 timeouts to burn. And as we've seen in this game, Jeff, a lot can happen. I mean, we've seen periods where within 2 minutes of regulation, 3 minutes of regulation, lots of things change, and this has been a game of runs, really, of just a lot of change in just a short amount of time. That's what this game has consisted of.
Absolutely, and I kind of question the play call. I'm interested in why go so long when you I don't know. I think if they had gone with the slants like they had been successful with, mixing it up with the run, they'd have had a better opportunity. But Roberson does have the arm, but unfortunately, it was just a misthrown pass, and that's what happens. It's a gamble that they lost. So
South Pike going to keep it here on the ground, as you might expect, out across the 5, close to the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5 yards, bring up 2nd down and 5. And you wonder, too, if it was a decision by the quarterback where you say, no, if you're Coach Brown on the sideline, and Roberson decided to go for it all.
Yeah, and that's possible.
Here's a carry out across the 10, close to the 11. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for South Pike. So if you're the Tigers, you want to make a stop, you want to try to get a stop here as Macomb down by 10 points.
The old saying, great risk, great reward comes to mind. The heart of this Macomb offense, they've really been trying their best. And it kind of came up short there on the pass, literally, and another yard, and that had been a touchdown.
South Pike able to move the chains here with a Mississippi Ag first down. You had a different quarterback there. It's going to be Chris Royal, and he muscled ahead for the first down. So South Pike going to keep it on the ground here, as you might expect. Here's a handoff. Looks like that's going to be Reynolds, and he's across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Gain of about 4, maybe 5. They're going to keep that clock rolling as we approach 4.5 minutes to go here in the ball game.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see the offensive line still doing a great job blocking, and the running backs doing a great job with yards after contact. It's remarkable, Jason, the difference between the South Pike offense in the first half and the second half. It's a totally different team.
The explosion, I mean, it has just been phenomenal.
The execution.
Yeah. And give credit to this Macomb Tiger football program. They're going to be back. Coach Brown's going to have them back. Played hard tonight and still playing hard, as here's a handoff to Reynolds, spinning, fighting for the Mississippi Ag first down. And the Eagles are going to keep the ball and keep the clock and keep the chains moving.
We talked about at the beginning of the game how the defensive units on both sides of the ball were described as just team. They have a couple standouts here and there, but they all go after the ball every down, every play. And right, give credit to Macomb because they didn't give up. They just got outplayed and kind of outcoached a little bit. But they've given tremendous effort in this game, first half and the second half, and definitely give credit to Coach Brown and what he's been doing with these boys.
Inside 3.5 minutes to go as the Eagles going to keep it on the ground here. And there's a handoff across the 35, close to the 37-yard line. I want to say that's Reynolds once again. No, check that. It's going to be number 5 on the carry. Going to be Kadarius Jackson. We've seen him quite a bit tonight. And it looks like the Eagles are going to come away with a win as Coach Brown says, let's burn a timeout here. So Macomb wants to stop the clock here. 2nd down and 5 with 3:02 remaining here in this fourth and final quarter. 28-18. South Pike on top by 10 points. We take a break with Macomb back in 30 seconds here on the Spirit Media Network.
With 2 boys, I know about suspicious odors.
But CenterPoint Energy taught me something important. If I smell rotten eggs, it might be a gas leak. I should leave on foot immediately and call both CenterPoint Energy and 911 from a safe location. I also never store flammables like paint or gasoline near my natural gas appliances. One spark is all it takes to ignite fumes.
CenterPoint Energy provides tips to help you keep your family safe. CenterPoint Energy, always there.
Like last week. That way it gives he don't have to keep the camera out. We welcome you back as it's 28-18. South Pike on top of Macomb as we're about 3 minutes and change away from wrapping this one up. Appreciate all of you watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, spiritmedianet.com. Got a good crowd online tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very appreciative of the turnout. Look, these Macomb Tigers, they're young, and I think Coach has done a great job. If they continue this effort.
There's Turner trying to keep it for the first down. He's going to be stopped short, gets to the line of scrimmage.
If they continue this effort, the rest of the season, they're still going to end up with a good season and come back next year even more experienced. I think there's a lot more to see out of Macomb in the future.
And there comes the rain as we're just a couple of minutes away, about 3 minutes to be exact, from wrapping this one up. And the rain's begin to fall here as we see the umbrellas start popping out here. And we've been pretty fortunate because there's a lot of rain to our east and a lot of teams down here in southwest and southwest Mississippi that had to postpone their ball games because of the weather. Clock rolling. Here's Turner. Turner going to follow his blockers. He's got the Mississippi Ag first down out to the 45. They'll give him the 46. Clock will stop as they move the chains with 2:16 remaining in the contest.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Turner just driving, again, yards after contact. He's going to be a great quarterback at Southern. He had a rough start to the game, but he gathered his composure and came out and had an excellent second half.
I think the officials have just called it. I'm not quite sure. Looks like the officials, I don't know if a team called timeout. We'll check and see. The official is. Yeah, we've got the high school lightning rule, so it's either going to end the ball game.
He's running the clock.
Yeah, now he's running the clock. So we've got lightning in the area, and the official winds the clock. Usually it's 30 minutes for every lightning strike. So there's a fumble here by Turner. He's just going to pick it up and run near side. Turner, he's off to the races, cuts back. Turner could put the exclamation point. They're trying to catch him from behind. Turner, a race for the corner. He's going to go out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Here on the KDMC replay, you're going to see Turner coming out to the outside and then just cuts it back and runs right across just that slip right there. The rain probably. If it hadn't started raining, he wouldn't have had that slip. He may have had the tackle. But Turner drives it all the way down and runs out of bounds. South Pike may put another one.
The officials are meeting with the teams here. We may see them call the ball game with 1:48 remaining. There's lightning that continues to flicker in the distance. Many of the Macomb fans have made their way for the exits. The official has just called an official's timeout. So looks like the official's coming over here. And it looks like, yeah, now the rain is really, really coming down out there. I think the officials are meeting with the coaches to say, can we call it? And that's exactly what he's doing, I believe. So tell you what, we're going to step aside for a couple of minutes here and try to collect some information on exactly what's going on here. And we'll come back here in 2 minutes on the Spirit Media Network.
A smile is one of the first things most people notice. And for over a decade, Germany Dental has helped change smiles for thousands of people across Mississippi.
I was so embarrassed about my teeth that I never smiled. But now that I have dental implants and cosmetic veneers from Germany Dental, I can't stop smiling. My decision to see Dr. Germany literally changed my life.
Germany Dental, changing lives, one smile at a time. Call 601-825-4746 today.
Mississippi Hunters, did you know that Vance Sporting Goods has the largest gun selection in the state? Vance carries the lines you know and respect, like Browning and Benelli. And we've got plenty of ammo in stock too. Drop by and check out our new duck hunting section, complete with decoys and accessories. You'll be happy you did. If it's guns, it's at Vance. Vance Sporting Goods.
777 Highway 468 in Brandon, or visit us online.
You're more than a patient at KDMC. You're family, worthy of kindness, compassion, and respect. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
The Outdoorsman Tractor Package is here at Mississippi Ag. Choose a 3 Series John Deere tractor tailored to your horsepower needs and get all the attachments you require for the fall in one convenient package, including a loader, disc, and spreader starting at $315 a month. And as always, you get it all covered by our 10-year warranty. With 0% financing for 60 months, it's a deal that is sure to help you get your food plots ready for the season. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires 10/31/19.
And we welcome you back here to Southwest Mississippi Community College. The game has been called. It was about 1:42 on the clock. And due to the lightning delay and the weather, as the rain has started to fall here at Southwest Community College, as we are unpacking here, getting our cameramen into safe positions here in the press box. Lightning continues to flicker in the distance, so the MHSAA and officials have decided with 1:42 on the clock and a first and goal for South Pike to call the ball game. It will be a final 28-18. South Pike defeats Macomb to improve to 7-0 on the season. Macomb will drop to 4-2. Good decision here by the officials and everyone here at Southwest Community College for the safety of the fans, the officials, the kids, everyone here to go ahead and say, let's go ahead and call it. South Pike, they were facing first and goal. They could have punched another one in. Ball game's over with at that point. So good on the officials, good on Southwest to go ahead and say, let's get everybody into a safe location.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't question when it comes to safety. All these folks still got to get to their cars too. So, it's a good call. And what a great game.
Yeah.
The outstanding effort by the Macomb Tigers, even with the loss, you have sparks of what's coming in the future. I talked to one of the coaches just a second ago as I was going to get Don out from the crow's nest up there. But, and I told him, I said, what a great effort your boys made. They should should not hang their heads and hold their heads high, because the amount of effort that they gave the first half, taking the lead, was an underdog coming in against South Pike. And, and then South Pike came out as a totally different team with great execution and was able to capitalize on that execution. And we talked about the consistency, and they were able to take the lead and pull out the win. South Pike did a great job on defense, I enjoyed rivalry games, and this was no different than any other. It was a great game.
Phenomenal ball game, and we appreciate all you joining us here tonight for a great ball game between South Pike and Macomb. The rain is falling. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll give you an update here later on just how nasty it is here at Southwest Mississippi Community College. Final score, 28-18, a 20-point second half for South Pike as they defeat Macomb 28-18 for our KDMC Mississippi Ag Game of the Week. For Jeff Ead, Chris McDonald, Logan Campbell, Newman Kazari, I'm Jason Scarborough. We will see you next week right here on the Spirit Media Network.